In the NFL, the Super Bowl is set. New England headed that way with a 10-7 win in a snowstorm over the Denver Broncos. For the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams came up short against Seattle, 31-27 the final score. The Spurs fell to the Pelicans yesterday, 104-95. They remain second in the West behind Oklahoma City, who also lost to the Raptors. In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what was described as minor preventative foot surgery this week and will be limited in off-season workouts. And finally, Mike McCarthy, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, has a new job. He's expected to sign his contract today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing out there, San Antonio? It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Glad to have you in. Happy Monday. Oh, yes. Hope everybody's staying warm out there. My nipples are still a little hard.
How many people had to go to work today?
Me, you, and Vic.
I don't think there were too many others, judging by the road.
That was it.
Yeah, there's no school.
Yeah, all the schools are out, so I know that the masses here at this building got the email to stay home.
Oh, yes. Not us, though.
No, we're here for the hint is.
Yeah.
We're here for all of them.
So funny who gets the day, like, oh, yeah, you guys just relax. Not us, though. No, you guys.
Well, I got the
you got to go read a commercial.
You know, use your best. I got the use your best judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Which
means get to
come
work,
on,
bro.
boss.
It means get to work.
Just use your best judgment.
My best judgment would have either included me coming to work, which I did, or dealing with trying to set up some machine at my office.
Oh, yeah.
And
And it doesn't
it
work.
probably doesn't work, and I've got to come to work anyway.
Let's be honest. We'd all just spent about. You'd probably. Did you leave the house over the weekend? Did you get out of? Did you leave the casa after Friday night?
Oh yeah. I on Saturday went and announced that I couldn't believe they didn't cancel the event. They had one of my buddies does a fight promotion, and I did ring announcing for him.
Where?
Remember that place?
Oh, the bar down there on the southeast side?
That Texas Pride barbecue place?
Oh, God.
And it's like an indoor-outdoor event. It was so cold. It was miserable.
I didn't leave the property. I had a pretty good Friday night and spent most of Saturday. My wife was even further under than I was. But I had not left the property or her side in a long time.
Yeah.
When I was like, I'm going to work. What? I got to see.
It's time.
I need to see some wide open spaces. I'm getting a little claustrophobic. I'm starting to. So when the alarm went off this morning, she couldn't believe I was leaving because I'd use your best judgment. And I'll be honest, as I left my house, my gate was frozen shut, and that hadn't happened before. So I thought, well, I have an out.
So what'd you do? How'd you?
I sat in the car for a second and thought, well, I could easily just reverse right out of this and head back and be asleep in about 15 minutes. But listen, but I don't like the idea that my gate's frozen shut. That's kind of scary. I don't know if it happened back in 21. I never tried it. By the time I was going down that way, the power was back. So it was kind of yanking and frozen. I went and got a rock and bashed it to try to knock the ice off. We got a pretty good. I probably had a quarter inch.
Ooh.
I had a lot of ice, and that didn't fix it. But the machine was pulling. I had to go kick the chain to knock all the ice off. But I had an out, but I fought through for you and Vic.
Well, thank you. You're a hero.
I am. Not all of us. Not all of us wear capes, but today I, in fact, have a cape on.
Well, you have a very
velvet.
That is not a cape. It is, though, indeed a bat suit. That would be. It's bulletproof.
Yeah, and so if at some point during the show I'm not here after a break, I've been called into other service.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just
You're probably rescuing someone who's in distress.
I don't really like to get into it, but I have a day job and a night job.
Well,
not all of us heroes are obvious.
You though are pretty obvious.
I'm here in service of the people.
It's pretty obvious
Some
about
of it,
you.
When granted great powers, great deal is expected.
Yeah. Either way, I'm proud of you for making it in.
Thank you. Did you see any ice? I saw no ice, and I didn't know what to expect, especially after my gate was frozen because I hadn't left the property.
I can tell you the most peril I was in this morning was on the walk from my front door to my car.
Oh yeah,
where I'll have Ring video camera, I'm sure, of me like sliding all the way in. There's like about 5 feet from my front door.
So was your car outside?
There's some bushes. Yeah, my car was outside.
Mine is just devastated, wasn't it, man? Was yours covered as mine?
Yeah, I mean, I went out, I started my car, and then I went back inside for about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it took a long time. Seriously, man, it took forever to get the ice off. Forever.
Yeah. So, but the very first thing that happened to me, as soon as I walked outside, I took a step and I slid probably about 5 or 6 feet and fell into a bush. Luckily the bush stopped me from falling all the way down.
Have your wife send a Ring video.
Oh yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. No, don't you worry.
So that's the first time you've ever had that happen to you. In your current homestead, you've never had to deal with ice coming out like that.
No.
So now you know.
Now I know.
That's a difficult lesson learned. Most of us find out that first freeze, the areas that are going to get you.
Yeah.
That you don't expect.
Yep.
Mine's right out the back door too. Just you'd be gone.
Yeah. Just a.
And it's gonna be freezing all week, man.
That's what I understand. Now tomorrow after the show, I'm leaving on a jet plane.
So you'll be headed towards. Will it be warmer? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
No.
The West Coast didn't get hit that hard.
It's not going to be significantly warmer, but it won't be.
It won't
below
be
freezing.
Yeah, but the West Coast, it appears, didn't get hit nearly as much.
Not nearly as bad.
We're about as far west as people really got it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They got it in the second half in Denver last night.
Well, yeah, but there's a line. I have a friend that's stuck in Miami, can't get out till Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday.
Because of the weather in Miami or the weather where he's trying to go?
The weather heading east from there.
Okay. Did like places like Miami get cold?
I think they did get cold. I don't think it got like they got last year. I think last year, didn't it snow like in Orlando?
What? No, I didn't.
I know it snowed in New Orleans last year.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So I think that same front carried through the east. I don't know if they got it that bad here. I didn't even know how bad it was outside my front gate. I have no idea how much it headed down further south.
Believe me, at Mar-a-Lago, very dangerous conditions. Very dangerous.
Did you see where the president backed out of the Super Bowl because he didn't like the musical acts?
I mean, he probably saw. Well, it's Sam Darnold against Drake May.
Well, he backed out before that. He told us on Friday. I guess
Bad
he didn't
Bunny?
like
He doesn't like Bad Bunny?
No.
So,
he don't like no Bad Bunny.
For everybody that's attending, that's good news.
The
security got a whole lot easier.
Dude, I've been to Super Bowls with and without the president there, and I can tell you the Super Bowls without the president there, it takes you about 2 hours less to get in the building.
Everything is just 100 times easier. Yeah. As long as he's outside of the city realm, things are so much easier.
Yeah.
Whether he's going to the game, if the president's in town, the whole city locks down. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't need that. So I was that's good news. I mean, I'm not going to the Super Bowl anyway, but that's good news for me.
Well, those that are trying to get in and out of wherever Santa Clarita.
Yes. Santa Clarita Diet is that the zombie movie or zombie show.
Well, there's also Santa Clarita, but that's down in L.A.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that's
what a weekend it was in sports match games.
It was
the game.
They're good games.
They were good games.
Yeah.
I think even the game that, like the Broncos-Patriots game, wasn't a fun game to watch.
It was a rite of passage. The problem, and I started seeing it in the afternoon, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we force games into this kind of situation and this kind of weather? I'm like, football's a cold weather game. This is what we do. That's why we play the game, to go through. You have to go through parts like this. So, no, it mattered. It just kind of affected the game. There was the first half, and then there was the second half, and the two were very different because of the weather.
I was watching that game just disgusted that Josh Allen wasn't there because
it was
all I was doing what could have been, and then there was a play in the Seahawks game where Cooper Kupp got spun down and let go of the ball, and they said, "Oh, he's down by contact." Like it was just, all right, let's move on. And then Sean McVay had his challenge flag, and was like, Well, what about in Buffalo? You guys said he wasn't down by contact, and they were like, hey,
but back in Buffalo, we were wrong.
They said, put that away. We're not talking about that. And there you go. Sean McVay put it back in his pocket. He knew. The fix was in.
Yep.
The fix was in.
Oh, well.
And now, the Rams are home with the Bills. Devontae Adams back eating Taco Bell out of his house. It's a hard time in L.A. But, yeah, the games were, while not always visually stimulating, the Seattle Rams game was awesome.
Shootout.
It was everything I hoped it would be. It was fun. It was like the stars came out. That was a great game. The Broncos-Patriots game was probably what I should have expected it to be, and then they added the weather in. It was pretty bad quarterback play, pretty good defensive play, and just a rock fight, a race to 10. But, yeah, it was both games were good in their own way.
Yeah.
It was just
it was a slog, the first one. It was a slog.
But, yeah, we'll get into those games in depth today, no doubt. We do have our Super Bowl set, and we know who's going to be up there in Santa Clara, 13 days from today, Rob?
The hype begins tomorrow, but yeah, here we go.
Oh, yes. So we'll talk about those games coming up on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head out and about, we've still got some icy conditions in areas, so just please be very careful. Checking the cameras and maps, did see a couple of cars that were moving a little bit too quickly at normal speeds. Please just slow down, slow your roll. You don't want to be hitting any black ice or a fish tailing out of control. Up in the hill country now, we are still noticing some heavier icing conditions, so if your travels are taking you up into the Kerr-Kendall County area, just be very, very careful this morning. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Success starts with your drive. You bring the fire. American Public University will fuel the journey. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Oh, yes, playoff football is here, baby, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all that action. Playing on Underdog is so easy. You pick your favorite players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Sounds simple, right? Touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions, passing yards, you name it. Is your favorite guy going to have more or less of those stats? And if you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. How incredible is that? You know, everybody's playing at their peak right now during playoff season. Who do we trust? How about about the guys who have been in the playoffs before. That's who I'm looking at consistently, guys with that experience to go higher on their stats. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You get $75 in bonus entries with your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Take it easy.
That's one of my first concerts. It might have been my first or second.
Foghat?
Foghat, that's right.
Yeah.
Foghat and April Wine. Municipal Auditorium, 1978. 29.
That's funny.
All right, let's get into these games. The Broncos-Patriots game where I guess kudos to the Patriots for fighting back. Denver started out looking like they might run away with this thing. Their defense was on a different level, and they got a big offensive play early in the game that led to an easy touchdown, and it looked like the ball was going to start rolling, and the run of Patriots, whatever you want to call it, their schedule that required them to beat basically nothing but corpse teams all year long was going to come to an end against a corpse team. And then the Broncos the offense just died on the vine. They couldn't do anything. And I talked about it last week. You can't really run on the Patriots.
They tried, and they had a little success. I don't know why they stopped, but they had more than I thought they would. That first drive, they were getting that gold jacket ready for Stiddy.
Yeah.
Stiddy was going to never have to buy another lunch in Denver for the rest of his life. And then his coach, who was, what was the pregame plot was, I'm not worried about Stiddy. I'm worried about y'all. My quarterback's going to be fine. I'm worried about the rest of my team. You guys ready for this? Because Stiddy's fine. Like the gung-ho approach both giveth and taketh away, and the attack mode worked early. And then when they decided to go for it, I thought you were way too much in attack mode. And that was the one thing about what happened yesterday that I think if Peyton could do over, I think he was way too confident in his quarterback too early.
Well, he did have the one big play, and it looked like, he was obviously lulling them in, and then he hits that deep shot, and it was like, okay, maybe that's what the plan is all day. But then I really think the biggest problem for the Broncos was the change in the weather.
Yes.
And now you're asking a guy now that deep shot is taken away, and now they just had to run the ball without any real threat of them going down the field.
You hit it on the head. And, in basketball, I always say you don't always have to hit every shot. You just got to be a real threat to.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then, if you are, everybody will adjust as accordingly, and so can I. And he was a threat there in the first because, heck, after he hit that pass. But the moment that threat started to lessen, the moment you started to realize, that's the Stidham I remember. That's the backup.
There was just no ball control. The Patriots, Drake May throwing the ball yesterday stunk.
Yeah,
he was so bad throwing the ball.
I don't see it sometimes from him. He is wise if he's not efficient. He makes the right decision a lot of the times. He just can't deliver on it.
Well, running the ball brilliant.
Well, it saved their life in the fourth.
It did.
That's the thing.
I mean, some of the, probably I'd say 3 of the 10 biggest plays of the game were Drake May taking off running with the ball, including the final conversion that basically sealed the game. He had that 28-yard run at one. I mean, he like his legs were a real difference maker. And while Ramondre Stevenson was not like uber effective or uber efficient, they were persistent with it, and they were going to keep letting him run for 3 yards a carry and just wear that Broncos defense down, and it did. And kudos to the Patriots, had a good game plan. They finished the season unbeaten away from home.
Which, on its own, without looking at who you beat, it's one of those records that's going to be hard to – that's ridiculous. It really is. No matter who you were playing. It ain't ever easy on the road. And for them to do that way. But then you go back, well, who'd they play and when did they play them? You go, well, of course they went 9-0.
Yeah.
And averaged a good team better have gone 9-0 with that schedule. So I just feel like, we saw the Super Bowl last night. We saw the best 2 teams go at it. So I can end the season comfortably knowing so that at least in the playoffs, I saw the best 2 go at it. And I feel comfortable that the better team won.
Well, I think the Broncos can probably take a little solace in that, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about if I were, if I believe this is true, but I think Broncos fans are thinking if we had Bo Nix, we win that game.
I feel a lot more comfortable, but you'd had that fourth quarter was going to be difficult on whomever. You had to win that game early, and and I wonder if both teams knew that. Like, did New England know that the snow was coming? Did Denver know that, hey man, we got 45 minutes to make our hay, and if we don't, it's going to get really, really bad? Or did both of them go, we're cold weather teams, bring it on? I feel better in the snow than, but this was 2 cold weather teams.
I think they knew the whole time. I think that's why Denver took the side of the field that they did, so they'd have the win in the fourth quarter. I think they were pretty aware.
Well, I just don't get not taking those points, knowing if you did that in 45 minutes, the lights get turned off. It's the offense is going to dredge to a halt, and any point matters. I mean, when are we going to be back? Now, granted, he ended up hitting a field goal blocked by a finger, but it did get blocked, so maybe Peyton knew, man, we might not get this thing off no matter what we do. But that was just such an early turning point to me that I didn't realize it was going to be so significant, but I knew it was going to matter. It felt kind of like a missed extra point. Like, this is going to come back to haunt you, man. You left points on the board way down there.
Yeah, and that was an interesting decision. That they'll talk about that for a long time. To his credit, Tony Romo said it at the time. Well, Jim, I'd probably take the points
Romo,
here.
And by the way, side note, he had a great call yesterday.
He did.
And so did Brady in the next game. But Romo was back to early form.
Yeah. The first game that he did this year, in the playoffs, that Jags-Bills game. Oh, Tony was a disaster.
Well,
he said he was sick.
Yeah, he defended it with his sickness. But he had the Johnny Manziel sickness.
Yeah, you were like, well, that's a pass play, Jim. Yeah, it's
4th and long. I think I'd pass.
Sometimes those pass play, it's a risk because it's in the air, but, they can catch it, and then it's a big play. But, yeah, that was a rough – yesterday he was pretty solid, though.
Spot on call.
But he said, I'd take the points. And then, of course, they don't, and we see what happened. But it was also, the kicking game was very difficult. Both teams missed a field goal late in the first half. Points were at a premium, no doubt, and we knew. We knew both these defenses were.
Do you think the defense will carry? Do you think that when we're done with the Super Bowl, win or lose, that we'll look back and go, "This New England defense"? Now I see why. Do you think that will carry into the Seattle kind of onslaught that's coming, or
I do not.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
We've all been bleeping each other's bleeps about the Patriots defense, but they've played like they played Jarrett Stidham in a snowstorm.
Who tried to pass one time with both hands. Let's not forget that.
They played C.J. Stroud, who basically, pooped his pants in the middle of the game and just kept going behind a nothing offensive line. And then they played Justin Herbert behind a poverty offensive line. And, this Seahawks offense is different. They are good.
I tend to believe that.
They are relatively healthy. I think Sam Darnold's going to be very healthy by the time that comes around. And quite frankly,
they've been playing possum, man. I have seen no ill effects of this oblique. Not one.
Yeah. So I think the Patriots defense is good, I don't think they're what we've seen in this playoff.
Well, they're going to have to be at least what we saw and have seen.
And again,
better.
I mean, I've talked about it all year. I've talked about the Patriots' path and how it feels like every backup quarterback they could have played, they've played. Every bad team they could have played, they've played. I mean, they've got a chance to make it all not matter, because if they win this game, no one's ever going to remember that they had the easiest path in the history of time to get to the Super Bowl. They'll just remember that they won the Super Bowl. And you know what? That's the way it should be.
Well,
but
they'll forever feel like the Giants one year.
Because
like, you did, but
because I will say this. This is not as many gimmies as the Patriots have luck boxed into. If they beat the Seahawks, that ain't a gimme. That's a real, legitimately great football team. So if they beat them,
then the defense will prove their merit.
Yep.
I just think that we've seen as best as they can do against adequate to poor, and it's been effective. But the onslaught that's headed their way, both running and passing, and an effective mobile quarterback, that's the likes of which they have not seen, though they've had the makings of them and dismantled them. But for whatever reason, the teams they felt or dealt with been a lot easier.
All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about that Rams-Seahawks game. Seahawks winning the NFC Championship. Really great game, like I said. Both teams had their chances. We'll talk about that coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head out and about, we've still got some icy conditions in areas, so just please be very careful. Checking the cameras and maps, did see a couple of cars that were moving a little bit too quickly at normal speeds. Please just slow down. Slow your roll. You don't want to be hitting any black ice or a fish tailing out of control. Up in the hill country now, we are still noticing some heavier icing conditions. So if your travels are taking you up into the Kerr, Kendall County area, just be very, very careful this morning. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
When orders change, the whole family moves. And when one person pursues a degree, the whole family supports them. American Public University makes it affordable and flexible so military families can make an impact and keep family first. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. Order Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue for your big game watch party. For a limited time, the rib pack is available just for the big game with 3 pounds of mouth-watering ribs and home-style sides of your choice. Feed your crowd with game day favorites. For 26 years, Smoky Mo's has created craft-level barbecue with great neighborhood value. Smoky Mo's is great Texas barbecue served fast and friendly with 8 convenient locations in San Antonio. Stop by or order Smoky Mo's for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBBQ.com.
Start the year in dry at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. All Silverado 1500s get 1.9% financing plus an additional $1,250 trade-in rebate. Or buy a new Colorado for only $28,999. And the affordable Trax is only $346 a month with 0 down. Plus, all heavy duties have 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
All Americans should do what they can to prepare for the future. Donald Trump Jr. here with an important message. More and more Americans are looking for ways to diversify their hard-earned money, and gold is the perfect solution. For example, a gold IRA from my trusted friends at the Birch Gold Group lets you diversify your IRA or 401k into physical gold with 0 taxes and 0 penalties. You stay in control with a tangible asset that's held value for thousands of years. And right now, Birch Gold is offering a free info kit to help you understand how it works. Just text the word SECURE, SECURE, to 989898. There's no pressure, no obligation, just the facts. You can't predict the future, but you can be prepared, but only if you educate yourself. So take that first step right now. Text SECURE to the number 989898 today. That's SECURE to 989898.
Get real results for your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and the ladies take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Looking for the best? Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and see real results. Learn more at GetMyHealthFix.com. For Synergenics and Low T Center, GetMyHealthFix.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we will know who is headed to San Francisco after the AFC and NFC championship games. So we'll have our first preview of Super Bowl 60. Plus the Spurs against the Pelicans on Sunday night. We'll have the reaction and the latest NFL coaching news. And Ryan Eagle's back. The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Alrighty then. Good morning, everybody. How we doing on a Monday? Rob, I don't know if you've considered this. There's only one football game left.
Yeah, I'm well aware. But see, I transitioned
Remember
pretty
when
easy
I was
into
worried
basketball.
and you were like, "Oh, don't worry, there's still a lot left." And now now I'm worried and there's only one game left and there's not really a way to make me not worry.
No, but you know, such is the season. Turn.
Close my eyes.
So
only for a moment, then the moment's gone.
Trying to save you.
Dust in the wind.
So here we sit. We got the Super Bowl last night. So you really look at it like this: you get two Super Bowls. You get the real one, the People's Champ, and then we'll get the corporate one here in about 2 weeks.
That's true. Yeah, the game that these two teams I talked about it last week that the separation between these two teams was 1 yard and 1 point in 2 games, and yesterday it felt kind of the same way. Like these two teams very evenly matched. If you play this game 10 times, I think you get a winner. You know, I think they go 5-5.
I'll give the Rams some credit. I thought they were about to get run out of the gym.
Did you?
In the opening quarter, man, it looked like Seattle had the groove, and they took the punch. Matt Stafford, in defeat, earned MVP
Looked like
status.
the MVP,
Dude,
yeah.
it was all him. He's such a dart thrower. And just you ran out of time. You could go that route. But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody walked off the field not thinking that the best team didn't win. I mean, it was hard fought. And if the Rams had won the game, I'd have said the same thing.
These are the two best teams.
Yeah.
They are separated by decimals in my mind. I'd argue home field advantage is the difference in this game.
That's what was so impressive about the Ram reaction, because everything was going Seattle's way for 8 minutes. I mean, they did exactly what they wanted to do. That early script looked fantastic. I think that whoever is waiting on offensive coordinator from the Seahawks is more than excited already.
Oh, yes.
Whoever it is, I don't know which. They're dropping like flies, but there's 4 teams that are just eyeballing him. So, it looked really, really good. And the Rams, to their credit, my goodness, this is a bunch of old salty pros that turned it into a football game.
It was they did everything that you would have said, okay, what do the Rams have to do to win? I don't know, get Puka Nacua the ball 9 times. They did it, 165 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. Find Devontae in the red zone.
Check.
Yep, touchdown. 4 for 89 for him. They probably would have liked to run the ball a little bit better. Although, I shouldn't say run the ball better. Maybe run the ball a little bit more. 22 carries for 114 yards, 5.2 yards per carry. You think, okay, yeah, that'll get the job done. I think the problem was Sam Darnold had a really great game.
Boy,
and first of all, there was no answer for Jackson Smith and
JSM,
Jigba.
which, remember those initials. My God, what a spectacular playoff game.
Yeah, a real problem to deal with. But quite frankly, they shut down the rest of that Seattle offense. There was a big play to Shaheed early in the show or early in the game, and they took him out of it after that.
A brilliant call.
Oh, it was. It was. And a perfect throw. But then, but it was basically Sam Darnold doing kind of yeoman's work. And
that oblique, man. Think about what he would be if he was fully healthy.
Well, in 2 weeks he should be healed up. And he said before the game, he's like, I'm feeling so much better than I did last week, and he looked a lot better than he did a week. Like, he didn't have to do anything last week.
So that's why
this week it was.
We knew the moment
you had to work.
It was that first quarter drive. It might not have been the first one, probably the second one, where he was rolling left and he really had to torque it to get it downfield. At that moment, man, this guy's fine. There's not a problem at all. He's dialed in and healthy.
Yeah. There was one play that I found very interesting that didn't get talked about very much because it probably didn't matter to a lot of people. But I would imagine Sean McDermott and Josh Allen sat and watched the play at the end of the first half where Matt Stafford takes off running. By the way,
and it worked.
Matt Stafford, who never, ever, ever, ever runs, ever. Now, we're not talking about Josh Allen, who runs all the time and you trust with the ball in his hand. Matt Stafford took off like for the last play at the end of the half. And I'm not really sure. I don't know what was going to happen. He was never going to break off for a touchdown. He took off. He got a few yards, and he was down, and that was the end of the half. But imagine if Matt Stafford had fumbled there, how disastrous that could have been. And everybody, like Sean McDermott's like, see, they did it too. It's just. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Generally, I didn't think that one guy got outcoached necessarily. I will say there was a moment where Sean McVay pulled his challenge flag, looked like he was ready to throw it on that Cooper Kupp completion, and I'm not sure what the ref said to him to make him not throw it, but
I think he was worried about losing that timeout. I think it was a pretty important thing. If he lost it right then, he was going to probably need it in a minute if he didn't win the challenge. So I think the ref reminded him, like, keep in mind, if this is wrong, you need irrefutable. And I think they might have been able to find it if we really would have delved into that. And especially if New York is comparing previous film, we might have a reception. But I think he was so worried about losing that timeout, he just didn't want to take the risk. And I don't know. It sucks. That sucks because the ramifications of something stupid, we feel it the next week.
Yeah. And there's always going to be like, oh, well, what if? And I'm sure Rams fans are feeling that what if right now. But again, just a fantastic game. Couldn't have been better in my mind. And thank goodness, because I don't expect we're going to get a super competitive Super Bowl. Even though there's a lot of people who have more optimism than I do about the Patriots. The Seahawks 4.5-point favorites against the Patriots is going to be the opening line. Minus 230 is the money line. Totals 45.5.
It's going to get bigger than that.
I'm a believer in this Seahawks team, and I just think that the Patriots are they don't have quite enough bullets to get the job done. But you know what? It's the Super Bowl, and bigger upsets have happened in the Super Bowl plenty of times. So it's it wouldn't shock me if the Patriots won, but I just think this Seahawks team is very, very legitimate, and beating the Rams the way they did last night sort of solidified them to me as the best team in the NFL. And we don't always get the two best teams in the NFL, playing in the Super Bowl. It's just not the way it works, hardly ever. But I feel good knowing we at least got one of them.
Well, I mean, there's also the hottest team in the league, 9 straight roadies. I mean, there's enough plot lines to keep you interested. I think that the New England story is going to be told in a lot of different ways over the next week, and it won't be like they're an upstart.
It's because they're the Patriots. Like,
yeah, there's 12th time, and there's that kind
yeah.
of stuff to it. But I don't think they're going to be treated like the upstart like most of us believe they are. I think that they're going to highlight the accentuate the positive of the
of course.
MVP backup and the 9 straight and the defense and the steady improvement and all that kind of stuff. But they didn't outplay what I think they are. And I asked you earlier, is that defense? Do you think it's going to translate against an offense like what we saw last night? And I don't see how it'll happen. I don't think it'll be quite as easy, but this is now we're going to see what this second-year quarterback really is. I still believe at some point these kind of runs run out.
Yeah.
And the longer you wait, the harder it hurts.
And we talked about it last week, but it still is fascinating to me that of that draft class that had Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold is the first to reach a Super Bowl. If you had told me that 3-4 years ago, I would have laughed you out of the building. I mean, can you imagine 3-4 years ago saying Sam Darnold will be in a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, or Baker Mayfield?
I know. Well, no, that's nuts. Big head, I never thought would get there. I remember when he was sitting on the 49ers bench, and Shanahan was trying to figure out whether it was going to be Purdy, because I think he'd had his first year. Purdy had his rookie year and played well. And we weren't sure Purdy was going to do that, and the 49ers were kind of looking around. And there was a quarterback coach for the 49ers who goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll tell you, for the first couple of weeks of camp, the best quarterback I got here is Sam Darnold. And Darnold ended up going to Minnesota and, finding his way there. But I'll never forget that the coach saying that. I thought, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, that's obviously some sort of promotion to get somebody signed or somebody to kind of kick the negotiations into gear if you're saying that Darnold's the best guy. But I'll never forget hearing that and then seeing him land in Minnesota and them saying, who the best quarterback in the building is? It's Sam Darnold. And it translated. All I can think of after that happened twice and now 3 times is how bad it must be in New York.
Yeah.
How utterly just horrible it must have been in that locker room and in that environment for Donald. All he needed to do was to escape. And it was a steady escalator up from there.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. He won more games in his first year in Seattle than he won in 3 years in New York. I mean, it's
miserable.
a disastrous place. But, yeah, there's a reason why Sam Darnold got drafted where he did. Like, the physical tools are not a problem. Like, the dude's got some game. It's just he's needed to be in the right place to put it together. It's very rare that you find that mojo in year 7 in the NFL, but he found it, and in year 8, he's playing for a Super Bowl. Which if you had that lottery ticket, I'd love to see it. I don't buy it, but somebody's going to say that. Oh, I saw it all along. It really is an unbelievable story.
And here's the deal: he wins here in a week and a half. He won't have to do much more, and he'll probably get him a jacket.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You put on a ring like that. After the story he'll have, I mean, it's not Kurt Warner stuff, but we're getting close.
Well, we got a long way to go.
We do have
a
long way to go, but I'm just saying he gets in a conversation that we wouldn't even have dreamed of a year ago. That suddenly he has one of the prereqs. You got one of you get to check a box off, the most difficult one.
I mean, so does Jalen Hurts. Let's slow down.
I'm just saying, but he's got a prereq, and you go, the most difficult one you got out of the way. Now we're looking for longevity in yards, but first and foremost, you got the hard thing out of the way.
Yep.
Darnold will have a prereq to get into the Hall of Fame. Who'd have thought after the Jet big head debacle?
Pretty unbelievable. All right, we'll be right back. We'll wrap up hour number 1 of the program. It's a Mellow Mushroom Monday, by the way. We'll have a $50 gift card to give away at some point today, so Stay tuned for that. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Celebrate the 17th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day with PorkRinds.com and NFL legend Devin Hester. We're teaming up to support the Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund, helping retired players get the medical care they deserve. Want to get in the game? Visit PorkRinds.com to play their Crunch Time Hero game and enter daily to win a trip to the 2027 Big Game in LA, plus a year's supply of pork rinds. Grab the perfect low-carb snack and be your own Pork Rind Appreciation Day hero today at PorkRinds.com.
Joe, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
Summer or winter, Texas weather doesn't do anything halfway, and neither should your roofer. You need a local roofer you can trust. That is Stevens Roofing. You know, Texas roofs are not designed for freezing weather. When ice and snow melt, water seeps into the little cracks, then refreezes, creating bigger cracks. That means leaks or maybe worse. Don't wait to see what damage has occurred. Call Stevens Roofing today for a free inspection. 210-785-0994. That's 210-785-0994. For Stevens Roofing.
Attention Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars are breaking out of their January slump. Jason Minix here. Join the Blitz Tuesday at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Stick around to watch the Stars take on the St. Louis Blues and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes 2 game tickets, airfare, and hotel. Must be at least 21 years of age to enter. The Stars are entering the home stretch chasing the cup, getting healthy, and one of the best teams in the Western Conference. So come out to McIntyre's North Star location tomorrow night for your chance to win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game and register for the Fly Away with the Stars to Philly. Stars and Blues. Puck drops Tuesday at 7. See you at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly, Fort Worth, Texas.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. The Super Bowl is set. Seahawks, Patriots, again.
That's Super Bowl 50, right? It's been 10 years?
Is that it? Super Bowl 6. Yeah, I think.
It's 50 was the last time they met, and then 10 years later they're meeting again.
Yep.
That was in San Francisco? Are they meeting in the same place?
I don't know.
No,
That's true.
It was 11 years ago.
Let me see. I'm gonna. Why guess when I could just look it up and assure that I'm right here. The Super Bowl last time they met was Super Bowl 49.
49. There we go.
In 2015, that was in Glendale, Arizona.
Brand new building back then.
University of Phoenix Stadium. That
was when they were debuting the rollaway field. How fancy that was.
That was the 28-24 Patriots win. That was a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know that I expect a good game here, but I am. I do think we're going to get a deserving champion, and that's what I'm always hopeful for. And even if it is the Patriots, which I hope it's not, I will at least have to tip my hat to them because they will have beaten a team that I didn't think they were capable of beating. This Seahawks team does feel like a real championship caliber team.
There's nothing they're lacking.
And like I said, I've had plenty of doubts about the Patriots all season long. They've yet to have and again, you can only play who's in front of you. I get that. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say the Patriots cheated or anything. I mean, things broke their way. The Patriots things have broken their way for them from a scheduling standpoint, from an opponent's health standpoint, in a way that's really kind of unprecedented.
Well, and at some point, you become a team of destiny. And I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know when we cross that threshold, if we already have. I mean, to go against a Houston team that just craps its pants and then fall ass backwards
into Jarrett
Stidham in a blizzard.
Hey,
I mean, it's feeling kind of like God's got some money on the Patriots.
You're right. But it's no fault of theirs that that's the way things have broken for them.
I'm not mad at them, but it's enough to question and to go, now we're getting to are you lucky or good? And I'd rather be lucky, but how long does that luck hold on?
But if they win here, there's no asterisk. There's no. This is a legit boss NFC team that they're going to go up against, and
we know how it's going to happen. That defense is going to have to be exactly what we think they are, and we're going to have to see the Drake from November, not the Drake we've seen in December, January, February.
Well, I do believe that this Patriots team, no matter who you are, is tough to run on, which means Sam Darnold, my guy, Wreck-It Ralph, is going to have to go out there and win a Super Bowl. And
this hot OC, this Kubiak's going to have to earn his money.
I would be lying if I thought that there would ever be a day where I thought Sam Darnold had the capability of winning a Super Bowl. But that's who I think is going to get that job done.
We said the same thing about Indiana, my friend. We said the same thing about Indiana.
Not me. I said, holy crap.
Indiana will never win. Sam Darnold
true.
will never win.
What a year. What a year.
Yeah.
I will never get $1 million just deposited in my account. Vic will never hit the numbers.
Never. Almost, but never.
Rob will never go bald.
Never. I was just going to say, good things happen to those who get up and go to work. And here we sit. So we deserve, just like those guys went to work in bad weather.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was that bad in Seattle.
Well, we all have our guapos.
Look good enough. Look good enough.
Never know. It might have been a high allergy count. We don't know.
That's true. And it was probably bad traffic getting there.
I mean, everything gets in. It's your perspective.
Yeah, you're right. I understand that now. But yeah. So either way, the game February 8th up at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. We have it set. Seattle and New England, part 2. Sam Darnold against Drake May, just the way we all drew it up preseason. We all drew it up exactly.
Everybody
you think the NFL at the end of the day this can't be the outcome they were hoping for.
No.
Although given Denver with a bad quarterback,
they didn't want
this was the better of that side.
They for sure didn't.
Seattle's
want
a good story, so I think that given the possibilities, this is about as good as we were going to get, given the characters we were dealing with.
Yeah. I
think if they had their druthers, Josh would be headed there playing against one of those other quarterbacks. If the Rams really, if they really could have been the script writers that we portray them to be, Josh would be headed toward a coronation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. This wasn't what they. If there is a script, this wasn't. Yeah. This wasn't the ending they thought of.
So this is the kind of proof positive that for those that's fixed. No, it's not fixed because we all like an upset now and again, but we knew if something like that was going to happen, we were going to get this.
I do want to talk a little bit about how unprecedented it is that we've got these two teams. We'll do that on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances, plus save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Hi, welcome in.
They're powered by smart tech and ready to do your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. TurboTax stores opening soon. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
What's wrong, Cupid? Lost my mojo. These arrows just don't work like they used to. The facts are people fall in love thanks to Connecticut, not poor old Cupid.
You don't say.
Oh, absolutely. Look over there. She's got silky smooth hair thanks to a Connecticut water softener. He's got softer skin and cleaner clothes, and now they're all lovey-dovey. Makes me sick.
Don't feel bad, Cupid. You still have your bow and arrow.
I know a Connecticut runs on kinetic energy like my bow and arrow. There's no computer to break. A Connecticut has it all.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country.
You know, you're right. I love my Connecticut too. My diaper has never looked so white. And my wings, oh, I look good.
Cupid, you can always come to work for me, but you're going to have to wear pants.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part? Knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Progressive Commercial knows truckers can expect the unexpected when driving, but a little heads up like this would still be nice.
Hey there, good buddy. This is the pothole you're about to hit and blow a tire on. Afterwards, you'll say, boy, that came out of nowhere, which is funny considering I've been here the whole time. Because I'm a pothole. Over.
Be ready for the unexpected with heavy truck roadside assistance available 24/7 year-round. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to terms and limits. Not available in all states.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like your commute is starting to fill in on 37 northbound at I-10 downtown. That stall is taking up a right lane. On 410 westbound Babcock, disabled vehicle that they moved off to the shoulder. Another stall, 1604 westbound Heidner, right shoulder blocked. And a closure with an accident on the west side at Highway 90 eastbound General McMullen on over to Cullens. That is still blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Super Bowl is set. New England headed that way with a 10-7 win in a snowstorm over the Denver Broncos. For the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams came up short against Seattle, 31-27 the final score. The Spurs fell to the Pelicans yesterday, 104-95. They remain second in the West behind Oklahoma City, who also lost to the Raptors. In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what was described as minor preventative foot surgery this week and will be limited in offseason workouts. And finally, Mike McCarthy, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, has a new job. He's expected to sign his contract today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Oh, I forgot about that play. What a moment in the game where the Rams muffed the punt.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that mattered. You knew.
Oh.
Yeah, that was going to come back to bite.
And, you know, if he didn't, like, all he had to do was not touch the ball.
And I think they pulled him, right? They had Kyron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that sucks.
But, I mean, if you just let that ball go, like, okay, I misjudged it. All right, well, get out of the way. But, no, he tried to make the play, and that ended up being just a huge play for the Seahawks. We are getting into unprecedented territory. Like, when I talked about the script for the NFL, and if this was what they wrote up, if this is what they wanted going into this thing, and I would say no, this is not.
I mean, it's a great. It's one of those "what if I told you"
right
kind of stories, but you have to go "what if" to know this wasn't exactly on the bingo card for most, and for good reason.
Yeah, but the winner of this game will either tie or move into second alone all time as far as the biggest preseason long shot to ever win a Super Bowl. So
who would it surpass?
So the leader, the all-time leader is the 99 St. Louis Rams.
Yeah,
they were 150-1 going into that season, and
this doesn't feel like that.
150-1. There will likely never be another 150-1 again.
The way they did it, that offense, what a greatest show on turf. This doesn't feel like that in a lot of ways. That for those who weren't around was very different than this.
But the second longest shot to ever win it was the New England Patriots.
Which year? The first one?
2001, or I guess the 2002 Super Bowl 36, where they beat the St. Louis Rams.
Yep.
So the year after that had happened. So these are, or 2 years after. So the Rams in 99, when they won the first one, was 150-1.
The Rams were involved with both.
The 2001 Patriots were 60-1 going into that season. The two teams this year, the Seattle Seahawks, if they were to win, would tie for the second biggest long shot in history. They were 60-1.
New England, I can't imagine. They'd be all time, wouldn't it?
The Seahawks were 60-1. The Cowboys also were 60-1, by the way.
The year they beat Denver?
No, this year. The Cowboys were 60-1. The Cowboys had the same odds to be here as the Seahawks, yet the Cowboys are there. The Cowboys are not here.
So what about New England? Where do they sit?
New England preseason was 80-1. So if New England wins, they are the second biggest long shot to ever win the Super Bowl. New England coming into the season had the same odds as Atlanta, Jacksonville, and Miami. Here's the list of teams that were longer shots this season than the Patriots. Colts and Raiders were both 100-1.
The Colts tried to scare you there for a couple games.
The Panthers made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They were 150-1. So if the Panthers were in the Super Bowl, they'd have a chance to be what the Rams were in '99. Think about that. That's how long of a shot the Rams were. The Giants, Jets, and Titans were 200-1, and the Browns and Saints were 300-1. So,
and rightfully so.
Yeah, but the Patriots again would be the second.
Is this good or bad? In the annals of the NFL book, as we write the story that never ends, is this a good thing that we're bereft of the behemoth? We don't have Mahomes. We don't have the MVP. We don't have Lamar. We don't have Derrick Henry. We don't have Saquon. I mean, we don't have the best defensive players. We have the best. I guess we got two of the best defenses to make it in a long time. I'll give them that. But we don't have a lot more. This is not a story of names. This is a story of franchise. We're paying attention to what's on the front of the jersey, not the back.
I think it's a good thing.
I'm not
I think everyone. I mean, we don't want this all the time, but
I do get the feeling this is kind of a bridge to something. You know, this is not what we expect every year.
Well, we talked about this a month ago. 3 of the top 5 favorites to win the Super Bowl preseason missed the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So Baltimore was the favorite to win the Super Bowl, missed the playoffs. The Chiefs were the 4th favorite, missed the playoffs. The Lions were the 5th favorite, also missed the playoffs. So 3 of the top 5 missed the playoffs. The Bills and Eagles were the only 2 that made it. They weren't there for long. Eagles didn't even win a game. The Bills only won 1, and they went home. No, I do think that there is, because there is fatigue for people. Like I think a lot of people who aren't Chiefs fans were Chief fatigued. I know there's a lot of people around here who have had Eagle fatigue. I think though that there are guys that if things were going to change, there are teams and players that the NFL would have rather seen be here.
I think Josh Allen front and center. I think that the world would have been much more appreciative of what's coming if Josh was a part of it.
I think Josh Allen is one of those guys.
Lamar Jackson, a very close second.
I agree. But even I think that the NFL was really hopeful that Washington was going to be good because they were hoping that Jaden Daniels could turn into a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's been hope for guys like C.J. Stroud and Justin Herbert that they would eventually take that next step. But I don't think Sam Darnold and Drake May were super high on their list coming into the year. I do think, though, that at least in Drake May's, obviously he's going to be first or second in the MVP voting. You've got a star. Like, he's going to be a star quarterback. It helps that he plays in New England, and he's the torch being passed. That's a big deal. I don't know that the NFL would have ever picked Sam Darnold, but it does make for a good story.
Yeah, we're going to have great threads this week. Yeah,
we've never, ever, ever, ever seen a player have a start to his career, a quarterback have a start to his career like Sam Darnold did,
and make something of himself.
Yes, again, it's just a reflection of the Jets, the trough that he was forced to play out of. It really is kind of crazy. The New England, this is their 12th Super Bowl. Good grief!
Yeah,
good grief! It just is astounding that they're back.
It's astounding. It's disgusting. It's disturbing.
Well, I mean, we talked about the Brady Belichick thing, but now we're getting to the one thread, and it's Kraft.
Yeah,
the thread now becomes Kraft. At the end of the day, ownership and steady guidance matters so much.
No, there's no doubt, and this can be a full-on different conversation about if you want to make it a cowboy conversation.
Well, I brought that up to highlight the dichotomy, to show the difference of what steady leadership looks like and the effects of that, whether it be corporate or whether it be in a sports world or whatever it is. Leadership matters.
But just consider what the Patriots were pre-Robert Kraft.
Yeah, they were the Cowboys.
They did. They went to the Super Bowl once when I was a little kid. They went and
lost to the Bears. Got smoked in '85.
Played the Bears. Yeah. So that was one. That was their first Super Bowl appearance after the '85 season. Other than that, they were really kind of the joke of the NFL. They were a laughingstock franchise. Robert Kraft bought them in 1994, and since he bought them, they have been to 11 Super Bowls.
Crazy. I don't think, up until now, and this is probably good for him, we'll probably put that shower table to bed. His little helping hands that he got down there in South Florida.
His rubs or his tugs.
Man has his own jalapos, but it is a remarkable feat for a guy to be back here again. And as a Cowboy fan, I saw a meme, and it essentially was, man, they're back again. I haven't been since there were cell phones invented.
I mean, just consider when in 1994 when he bought them, think about who the all-time great franchises were at that time. It was
Dallas was in there, man.
Dallas, San Francisco,
who was on the reign,
Pittsburgh, and probably. I mean, I don't know if Green Bay hadn't had the success of those teams, but they were but they were still considered like that was like the four model franchises. And
the Giants were winning Super Bowls back then too. The Giants
were.
Were Parcells and the Giants. You had in San Francisco. Yes, they were big old dogs that ruled the world. And Buffalo was still considered in. But gotta keep back in '85. We weren't that far back from the AFC being the lesser, the joke.
Oh, the AFC,
the lesser. It was a joke for a long time until Pittsburgh picked things up in the '70s, and we weren't that far away from that. So Pittsburgh was considered a legitimate football team, and the Raiders were kind of scary, and New England was a joke.
Well, remember from '82 to '97, there was one AFC team that won the Super Bowl. One. And that was in 1984, the Raiders over the Redskins. But going back to 94, when the Niners, the Cowboys, and the Steelers were the model franchises, and they had the most hardware, they were the kings of the castle. Since Robert Kraft took over in 94, he's lapped the field.
Yeah.
Like there is no debate over who's the best, the greatest NFL franchise of all time. Like I mean, the Patriots they've got enough rings, and like nobody's matching these guys.
Standard is the standard.
They have set the precedence. I guess I probably should have given some credit to the Broncos but the Broncos I guess in '94 they hadn't even won their Super Bowl yet. But
no, the AFC was always the underdog in the Super Bowl. It was a rare thing that there was a dominant AFC team that rolled it, other than Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh had their own time, but when I was growing up in the '70s. Green Bay was Green Bay. New England was the game I tuned in to watch OJ blitz them for 250 yards. That's the game I look forward to because they would come on and I think he might even broken the record against New England.
Yeah.
So it was one of those. That's why you knew who they were because they had got to play against the juice.
Yeah. Yeah. The biggest knock you can have on the Patriots in the Robert Kraft era is that they've lost 4 Super Bowls to go with the 6 that they've won. I mean, it is unbelievable what this franchise has done, and now they're playing for another one. Much to my chagrin, I hate to say things like this. I hate to say that they are what they are, but they are just that. This is the
Patriot
franchise
fan will tell
now.
you. The Patriot fan pulling those T-shirts back out, they're going to tell you how good they are.
I hate it.
They're the
I
epitome of
hate it.
everything I despise. Then they're going to tell you that, the true blue ones, in that awful accent.
Yeah.
And
Yep. And if they win here, they break the tie. The Pittsburgh Steelers, who currently hold the most Super Bowl wins, the Patriots could conceivably break that record and become the all-time winningest franchise with their 7th Lombardi Trophy, which is just it's wild to think. Like I said, when I was a kid, the idea that the Patriots would ever win the Super Bowl was ridiculous. Now here we are. They're going for number 7 in my lifetime. It is just wild.
And could supplant a team that made news this weekend too.
The Steelers. Yeah.
Good news coming out of there.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy, the new head coach. In fact, we'll talk about that on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The 50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you can vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms, limits, and
If
conditions.
you're watching football this weekend, you know how it goes. Somebody's always hungry by the first quarter. So call Pizza Hut and get the Big New Yorker for just $10. Our biggest pizza for the biggest games. These slices are huge, like use 2 hands and fold it huge. Feed your crew and order ahead at pizzahut.com or in the app.
Pizza Hut!
Ask for limited time offer. Prices, participation, and availability may vary. Additional charge for extra toppings, max 3, and extra cheese. Taxes, tip, and delivery fee not included.
Start the year in dry at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. All Silverado 1500s get 1.9% financing plus an additional $1,250 trade-in rebate. Or buy a new Colorado for only $28,999. And the affordable Trax is only $346 a month with 0 down. Plus, all heavy duties have 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Joel, I've invented the perfect exercise machine. It's practical, efficient, and fits in any home. I give you the Row and Go. Ta-da! It's a rowing machine that connects to your toilet, so you can row and...
Stop. Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC will help homes stay in tip-top shape. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899.
License number M16004, TACLA 141074E.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions. Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible? Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2. The testosterone booster? Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results. I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week. Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Good morning there.
I wrote this on my Casio over the weekend.
No, you didn't.
I was snowed in.
No, you didn't.
I was jamming.
No, you didn't. I did go to the I did attend the theater over the weekend.
How was that, by the way?
What'd you think?
It's Water for Elephants, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great experience.
Is it an uplifting story?
I don't know about that.
Cockeyed optimist hitting the big world.
Yeah, I guess so. What it did do was it got my wife very excited about the world of theater, and I believe
Are you now a member of the?
I believe she's researching membership into the theater.
I did that for a year or two.
We will be, which means we will be giving money to support local theater in exchange for the right to buy tickets to go see that said theater. So I cannot wait for that.
I went and did it for a couple years, and then I went and saw a weird production of.
Can you write that off?
No.
God dang it.
I saw some kind of avant-garde production of Pinball Wizard.
Okay.
And I was out. I'm done. I'm not giving you guys any more money.
Oh god.
Because they had me. They had me roped in. You got to go.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, she left that thing like, oh yeah, we're
awesome.
We're
There's
going all the
nothing
time.
better than a great theatrical experience, and I hate to, this really is cool. I mean, there's something to it that you don't get very often.
Well,
when it works, it's pretty extraordinary.
It was also my first time in the Majestic.
Oh well, man, what'd you think of that? Who'd have
It's a
thought?
what a
Right? When you
beautiful
walk in, you're like,
place.
here in San Antonio, we got this.
Yeah, it is a really, really beautiful venue. She was blown away by it. She was
crazy.
like, I can't believe this is here. Like,
We don't talk about how pretty our Majestic is enough because it is. There's not too many theaters like this in the country.
No, it is. It is a very impressive place. I don't know when that thing was built. I can't imagine what it cost to build at the time.
1987.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. It's 100 years old.
Oh, I was like, what? Then they fooled me. But yeah, that is a hell of a venue. But yeah, very very good. And we were gonna meet you out for drinks, but you guys were rocking out. What'd you watch?
Passing Strangers, man, which was the jukebox of the 80s. We danced.
Yeah,
we danced. It was a good time.
Okay.
I tried to get you to come over. I was like, man, they're doing NXS and Journey. We got both.
It was
got
too much
both
for
kinds.
me. It was too much for me.
Both kinds.
I can't. Was it the same guy?
No, but same music. Same idea, same general intent, without any doubt.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that. I was worn out. But we'd had dinner on the river.
Yeah, you were out early too. You hit it early. How was the shrimp?
Did you of course, it was delightful. I had the veal piccata. Oh, very very tasty. Very tasty.
Did you get shrimp paisano at all? Did you have any shrimp?
I had the appetizer shrimp paisano with an extra shrimp.
Yeah, you get the extra with the shrimp.
And then I also ordered some cheesy bread, which I soaked up the sauce with.
Either the bread or I'd just drink that with a straw.
Yeah, that is elite sauce.
Mainline it like it was a rail.
Elite sauce. So beautiful time, and they took real good care of us over there, and it was a good experience all around. And then we had some drinks at there's a bar I love in downtown San Antonio.
You told me about it, and I haven't been there, but it's fancy.
It's cool. I mean, it is. They've got the best booze selection. This place, it's called Double Standard. When it's called Double Standard because all their drinks are doubles. They give you a little extra some in every drink.
Little workaround.
And they've got really good food. We ate some cheese curds, but their burgers and steaks, just great. So we went and had a few rounds there after, but then the weather started getting really crappy, and we were like, "Yeah, let's get home and
that's what
start the hunker down process."
Yeah, we walked out and time to go.
That made our decision.
It's in the county line. It's here.
Yeah, when you were like, "You guys should all come out here," I was like, "Yeah, I think we're just gonna go on and get inside the house and make sure."
Us old folks, we're just getting our hips loosened.
Exactly. The walk from the bar to the parking garage, my knee was like, "Oh yeah." It's about to get bad around these parts.
Did you park in the city garage right there?
The Houston Street garage? Yeah. Yep.
That can be a nightmare if you're not careful.
I'm not being bad. $10 for like.
Oh yeah. It's just sometimes you get stuck in there and you can't get out.
Well, I mean, it was like 1 a.m. or whatever.
You stayed
when we left.
past. But if you were like trying to exit right after the show. Sometimes some idiot gets in the front, like
that.
3 levels down, doesn't have change, and won't whatever the case is.
So this is a smart thing they did.
Pay when you got there.
You pay when you got there. Just show your ticket on the way out, and you can go.
Nice.
I like that. But I still stand by this. This would be a big boost to the economy, the downtown economy for San Antonio. And this is Vegas does a lot of dumb things. This is one thing Vegas does right. Parking should be free for locals downtown.
They only do it one day a week. They call it Downtown Tuesdays. But it should be we should have a sticker.
If you are a tourist town, you don't want to gouge your non-tourists. And if there are people like me who live here and want to go spend a night on the town, you don't want to discourage that.
And no, $30 off the top is for me just to make sure I have a place for my car.
Exactly. So Vegas, you go downtown, you park. If you're a local, you show your ID, you park for. Usually it's like 4 hours. You park for free. And if you stay beyond that 4 hours, it's like a very deeply discounted rate because they don't want to tag the locals for the same price they're tagging the out-of-towners for. Yeah. That's the whole point of a tourist town. Otherwise, why do we care if it's a tourist town? We don't want these people coming here because all they're doing is make everything expensive.
Tuesday's a worthy attempt, but not nearly enough.
No, it should be all the time. Mm-hmm. Give us a San Antonio sticker. You pay taxes here, you park here for free. It's your town now.
Except for everybody lives in like Bernie, Live Oak. Y'all are screwed.
Yeah, no. We got to get your money.
You haven't earned your way. Well, Bernie, if you win a state title or something, you get to come in.
Hey, I'll allow that. But yeah, good time, man. Good time down in old San Antonio on downtown. Like it's nice walking around downtown.
You realize we do have a hidden gem.
Oh,
we do have our very own little diamond right downtown.
Yeah.
When you go, you're like, my God, I need to come more often. And then you go back home, and they'll be back in 6 months. We'll be back in 6 months.
It's downtown San Antonio is such an enigma because there are parts of it that are so ugly and busted up, and then there are parts that are just like awesome.
Like most. And that's why this Marvel thing is going to be so ridiculous because some of the parts you're talking about, that's going to be completely refurbed.
Yeah.
Man. So, yeah, every downtown's got its holes, but we just had more. I mean, the problem with San Antonio is the most beautiful part of our downtown is below eye level.
Right.
If you're just walking downtown, it just looks like it could be Peoria, Illinois downtown. It doesn't look any different from anybody else, but the river, you have to go down to experience, and it doesn't lend itself to obvious beauty. You have to go find it.
I am also, I still am not totally locked in on where I am when I'm downtown. Like and part of it is, you would think the easiest thing to be your guidepost would be the river.
Oh, no.
And that would be really simple if the river was a straight line. But, like, you can go 3 different directions and run into the river and never have any idea which way you're going.
That's part of the San Antonio River lore. There's an old quote from well, there's a couple that I can't say it over there. Sorry. But it basically is about San Antonio being laid out by a drunk Jesuit priest on a blind jackass. They say that's how San Antonio's downtown was laid out, and it's true. And the river, because it has this massive U built into it,
right,
that it lends people to think they're walking in a straight line, and they're not.
And you're not. Yeah, so that's frustrating. Also, I don't know if maybe you guys have been here long enough, but at some point you guys have had to be frustrated with your Waze telling you, okay, you've arrived at the location. And it's anywhere around the river, and it doesn't tell you if it's up or downstairs. So I'm looking all around street level for this place. I mean, give me a break.
Just know.
Is it up, down, or in the middle? You got to tell me. And there's signs that say it's right here, and I'm like, I'm here. It's not here.
Not here.
It's not here. Oh, it's below me. Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say so? I forgot what I wanted to talk about in this segment.
We were going to talk about McCarthy getting his gig.
Mike McCarthy.
So
yeah, I digress. Mike McCarthy returns to his hometown. He is headed to Pittsburgh, where he will coach the Pittsburgh Steelers. You were surprised by this? I don't think I was. Like, this feels
I'm not surprised at all. I thought that this was a great hire. I think he was a natural fit. He's not a long-term coach. He's a let's get from A to B coach. You know exactly who he is. My big question here is, where does Aaron Rodgers play into the negotiations? Is he here to squeeze out a little bit what's left of the sponge? Or is he here to be the quarterback whisperer that brought Dak into being an MVP caliber quarterback? Which guy is he here for?
I am not certain. And that's a good question. Yeah. I don't know that listen, if I hire Mike McCarthy to be a quarterback guru, I'm getting a young quarterback for him to guru.
I think so.
But otherwise, you're just hiring Mike McCarthy as a Band-Aid. And the Steelers, historically, are not a franchise that hires Band-Aids.
No,
they've had 3 coaches in the last 60 years.
Is he the same age as Tomlin?
He is 62.
Pretty dang close.
He's older than Tomlin.
Yeah, so I obviously not a long-term hire here, but I do think he's the closest you could bring outside thoughts and perspectives for a guy that still understands what it is to be a Pittsburgh Steeler coach. I think he is of the fabric of the city. He understands the long-term view, and he still brings that outside perspective. He's a hell of an interview. Remember when he lied to Jerry, said he'd bunkered up and watched all this video?
Yeah, I've been breaking down
So he knows how to
film.
interview.
I know. I've watched every snap your offense took.
So
he's like, I don't even have a TV at home. I made that up.
So I have a feeling he knew exactly what to say to the Roonies, but I do think it's a good fit. It really is, because this is a team that is not far. Let's put it this way: they're not far away from being either terrible or good. You know what I mean? They're not far away from either.
It'd be real easy to get to either. I don't know if it might not. It's a lot easier for them to turn terrible than good.
Well, either way, they're just not far away from it, one or two. And I think McCarthy's here to manage either. Whether they go south fast, well, you've got the chops. We know you're capable. Go help to rebuild this, and at the same time, help us develop the next. Or if they're just close enough for him to get that offense kick-started to win a playoff game or two, well, yeah, that's why you're here too, because you've been there and done that. So I do think he's one of those guys that you could hire that can go either direction, help with a rebuild, or help you get through a playoff run. So it's a fix, but Edwin, I think, is the most surprised of the crew here, along with you. No matter what happens, he won't be the coach in Pittsburgh after 4 years. No matter what happens. He's got no more than 4 years. I wouldn't even say he's got that long.
4 or 5 years sounds about right to me. He's 62.
Yes.
They didn't hire this guy thinking he's going to be their coach for the next 20 years, obviously. But I do think they believe that he is, still and I don't disagree with this. I think he's one of the 32 best coaches in the world. I said this when Dallas fired him. I was like, be careful what you wish for. This guy's won 60% of his games in the NFL. That's not easy.
And I don't know. I don't think Pittsburgh fan was totally disheartened. I can tell you, in my lifetime, I've never seen boos in the Pittsburgh Stadium till this year.
Yeah.
So I do think that because he is the fabric of the community, it kind of is a bone to the long-term Steeler fan, because I don't think there was an heir apparent in the building. I don't think that there's Steeler guys saying, what about our defensive coordinator, whoever the hell that was.
I think they wanted a clean slate here. If they were gonna do this, I think they were wiping the slate clean. I did see one Steeler fan online say, firing Mike Tomlin and hiring Mike McCarthy is like crapping your pants and changing your T-shirt.
Which that is a bitter man.
That is a.
Dude, who did you want?
I don't know,
if that's what you're saying about McCarthy,
I will. It's a pretty good line, though.
I'm gonna remember it. Like crapping your pants and changing your shirt. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so that leaves 4 open jobs.
So where is Kubiak going to land?
Please let it be
job
Buffalo.
One. He's job one. After yesterday, he is now the leading candidate. I think after yesterday, the other ones that were like also rans went, I better sign.
Well, here's what I know. I really think that the Bills are going to end up hiring Brian Daboll. Josh Allen loves Brian Daboll, and the fact that Josh Allen has sat in on every head coach interview tells me all I need to know. If Josh Allen's picking the coach, he's probably going to pick Brian Daboll. I'm not thrilled about that, but he is certainly going to be the favorite. The odds for the Bills, Daboll minus 125 right now. Clint Kubiak plus 340, the second favorite, which I wish that would be the case. Joe Brady, their current OC, plus 360. Phillip Rivers 5-1. They interviewed him. Yeah. Grant Udinsky plus 750. They did interview. That's the Jags OC. They interviewed him. Davis Webb, the Broncos quarterback coach, plus 750.
He's next year's hot candidate.
Mike LaFleur, the Rams OC, plus 850. Cliff Kingsbury, 9-1. Anthony Lynn, who they've also interviewed, 9-1. And Mike Tomlin, 13-1.
Tomlin's going to be on TV next year.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be the head coach of the Bills for sure.
Well, I do think have the Cardinals gotten a coach yet?
No.
He's going to be the Cardinals coach. He's a division dude. They know him.
Kubiak?
Kubiak, they're going to pay him a bunch of money. They're going to money whip him into Arizona.
I hope not. That'd be, boy, what a sad story that would be. But they're the favorite in Arizona right now is LaFleur, Mike LaFleur. So the Rams OC might be the guy who takes that role. He's an offensive guru. Yeah, he's the current favorite for them. Maybe just because they don't want to wait around for Kubiak now.
Well, there was a lot of people.
The thing about Kubiak is now you got two more weeks.
Yeah,
and who like,
doesn't mean a deal
can't
already be done. Doesn't mean I can't make a deal with you today.
I agree. Although,
we can agree in principle.
We shake hands and
we can be engaged to be engaged is what I'm saying. Whoever wants him, they've already talked to Mr. Kubiak's agent. There are already things being done. If somebody is chasing anybody, and I don't know who on New England's a candidate for anything, but for any of these two teams still playing, and there's somebody a candidate for a gig, there's things being done.
I don't know that anybody on New England's
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because Josh McDaniels is the OC.
I get the sense in the next 3 days there'll only be one coaching job left, and we'll know where he's going.
Because
everybody else is going to fall into place, and whoever's left standing there, they're going to just whistle and I don't know. We haven't talked to him. Yeah, I'm glad he's still available now that we're the only one left.
I'll say this: when the 4 jobs remaining are Arizona, Cleveland, Las Vegas, and Buffalo, man, Buffalo sure is appealing compared to those other places.
Daboll shouldn't be on this list.
He should not be.
He's the wild card that shouldn't even be in consideration. That is solely because they're making a move to save a franchise quarterback. And by the way, Allen's had a pretty good weekend helping with the interviews, and it looks like Pickens is headed that direction.
Oh, yeah, I heard
so
about that.
He's had a pretty good couple of days.
George Pickens, Buffalo Bills? Come on. That'd be nice. But, yeah, I don't know what the plan is for any of these teams, but it does certainly feel like the tide is turning towards Brian Daboll. In Buffalo, I think Arizona is going to go with some kind of offensive coach. I'm sure they'd love to have Kubiak, but maybe they don't want to wait around for that. The Raiders and Browns, I just don't really have a good feel for. To me, like, those 2 jobs are both so difficult because you don't. There's.
If you'd have told me the Raiders had interviewed Phillip Rivers, I'd go, oh, okay. But
what a crazy thing.
That would have been just crazy enough to work, but not in Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't know who is taking the chance on the Raiders or the Browns job, because you do that and you're stepping into the fire. But the current favorite, at least by the odds, to be the head coach of the Raiders is Clint Kubiak. So he is about plus 250, about 60% implied there. Davis Webb, Mike LaFleur, Brian Flores, Joe Brady also listed as potential candidates as well.
Is Brady's job done? Is he out of Buffalo?
He might be the head coach.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't get the head coaching job, I think he feels like new. Unless Pagula says he has to stay.
If they hire Brian Daboll's not going to keep Joe Brady.
Yeah,
as OC.
so
like those guys can't be on the same.
So he's going to be the head coach or done.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then for Cleveland, it's so wild because let's say you are an offensive guru and you take the Cleveland job. You don't even really know what you're going to have to work with. Like in an ideal world, I guess, maybe if you're a guru, you can fix Deshaun Watson and turn him back into something.
Hey, you're forgetting about Gabriel here.
Oh my gosh, Dylan
you're
Gabriel
about
and
the real talent of this building.
Gabriel and Sanders are so bad that there's not really that's unfixable parts. Like you're not going to get anything out of those guys. So that's a tough place to go. Which listen, all these places have their warts certainly.
If I'm the Raiders, okay, Mark's got some money. Get Flores, give him a raise, give him a job, then go hire Brady.
Well,
I mean, you got. I don't think your minority owner, Tom, would be upset with this.
No.
I think the minority owner is looking, better go get an offensive dude. And I don't think that's the way for the Raiders to go, quite frankly, as a head coach.
Well, if they get, Joe Brady's going to want to run the ball. And your offensive line right now is not really capable of run the ball. But
that's why you sign a long-term deal.
Yeah.
This thing needs to be fixed. So there's a possibility to put together a pretty decent coaching staff with what's
there's still good guys out there, no doubt, for all these teams. All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap up the first hour. I got Mellow Mushroom I'm going to give away in the next hour, so stick around for that. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor, has been for 10 years. I first met him I didn't think he was going to be my doctor. I didn't think I'd build any kind of relationship with him at all. He was a weight loss doctor as far as I knew. The Institute for Functional Health, I didn't quite understand what all that really meant, but as you talk to me 10 years later, that functional health thing matters. See, Dr. Torres understands that if you're not functionally healthy, if you're not feeling good, it's very difficult to carry on in any kind of ongoing program. So to get better, sometimes you need to feel better first so you can work to get better. Dr. Torres understands that losing weight is a long-term proposition, not a short-term whim. You need to be committed to something that'll work, and Dr. Torres put together a program for me and thousands of others that actually does work. Using the old-fashioned method, this isn't about pills or semaglutides or anything like this. This is about relearning how to eat, when to eat, and do the things appropriate to a healthy, happy lifestyle. You start losing weight, everything else starts to fall in place. I am 60 years old. I am not on a statin. I'm on no ongoing medications to keep myself healthy. And it is solely because of Dr. Torres and the plans he's got me living with from here on out. I want that for you. Call Dr. Torres today. 210-468-1891 is his number. IFF Health is his website. Do yourself a favor. It'll be the best thing you do for yourself. Call Dr. Torres today on the IFF, and I know you're going to thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few trouble spots as you head into your commute. Let's start with this closure on the west side at 90 eastbound. General McMullen over to Collins. That is closed over to Couples. That is closed with an accident. Traffic being forced to exit onto the frontage road. On 1604 westbound at Heebner, that stall now off to the right shoulder. And another stall at 410 westbound Babcock, right shoulder blocked. Downtown on 37 northbound at I-10, that stall is taking up a main lane, right lane blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
When orders change, the whole family moves. And when one person pursues a degree, the whole family supports them. American Public University makes it affordable and flexible so military families can make an impact and keep family first. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, the big game's almost here, if you know what I mean. And if your dog goes wild every time the doorbell rings, it's time for a new game plan. Whether you scored a brand new puppy over the holidays or your current MVP needs better discipline, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit's ready to help coach him up. Sign your dog up for professional training sessions focused on winning behavior. From boarding and daycare to expert training, Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is here for you. Call them today at 210-750-1298. That's 210-750-1298 today.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hey, I got you something.
What's this?
Just a little Galentine's gift from Jewelry Television.
JTV, I love their jewelry. I had my eye on this pearl bracelet on JTV.com. Plus, I love their colored gemstone jewelry. And oh, have you seen their gold?
Right now, take up to 70% off select jewelry and gifts at JTV.com.
You are not going to believe their gemstones and their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
It's the pearl bracelet.
Visit JTV.com.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
$7:45 on the Morning Huddle here. Matt Stafford. This is interesting. They asked him about his plans for next season, and he declined to discuss whether he'd be back or not. We just talked about him last week. A win here, a Super Bowl win, would have potentially put him in would have probably almost locked him into the Hall of Fame conversation. I think he'll still get discussed either way.
Oh.
But he did say, I can't generalize 6 months of my life 10 minutes after a loss. He is under contract through next season after he and the Rams agreed to rework the contract last February. He said, so I appreciate the guys in the locker room a whole hell of a lot. Everybody that helped me and helped our team be the success we were, and that's all I'll answer for you. McVay said, if he still wants to play, the hell kind of question is that? Of course he'll be back if he still wants to.
It's certainly not the way I think he planned on going out, but there's only one of two ways. I mean, do you think that the Rams have a legitimate shot to return next year?
I think so.
And I think that will be enough to bring him back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't think that. You've got arguably the best 1-2 punch at wide receiver in the league. You've got the arguably the best offensive coach in the league coaching you. And
Aaron Rodgers would kill or die for this situation.
You played at an MVP level this season. I mean, I would imagine although, listen, first of all, Matt Stafford's got a bunch of kids, like young kids. He's got a wife who's dealt with health issues.
He's watching Phillip Rivers still need it. I just especially
but not everybody's
out,
the same way.
Well, I agree. But to be I disagree with that. I do think that for guys like him, and not everybody is like him, but most of the guys that get to the level he's gotten are like him. The last taste is not good. Cannot fathomably be bad. I mean, because it's always been good. I mean, there's always been the next year, but he could rely on the laurels of outstanding success, personal success. So this year, you got all the personal success. Hell, he's going to walk away with the MVP.
The last thing he does might be accept the MVP award.
But to get that and know I was just a couple of points away and 30 seconds away from the Super Bowl when I'd have won going away, man, that's hard to pull off the jersey. I think once he gets further and further away from last night, the easier it'll be to say, yeah, I'll come back for another one. What do I got to lose? I'm already under contract. I got my guys. Why leave?
Stafford was phenomenal yesterday. 22 of 35, 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. He went 7 of 10 for 226 yards and a touchdown on throws of 20 or more yards through the air. So on 20-plus air yard throws, 7 of 10, 226 yards. That's the most completions and yards on those throws in a postseason game over the last 20 years.
I'm so glad I bet him on the under. That was such a smart move.
He was airing it out.
Brilliant.
But, again, these guys all right after they lose, it's not the time.
No, it's not even close.
But you heard Devontae Adams say that this is one of his favorite teams that he's ever played on, and playing with Stafford's been a dream.
When he held on, he got cracked yesterday.
Oh, my.
Oh, man. That's enough for me, man. Success is imminent. You're laying out for your quarterback.
Yep. Devontae said he's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play this game, one of the coolest teammates that I've ever had. And I know I use that term a lot with him, but just truly, I don't know if I've ever played with somebody who's a baller and just such an easy guy to function with. So being able to spend time with him this year, just get to know him a little bit more than just someone across the NFC North, I value that a lot. Now, he's saying that because his former favorite quarterback was Aaron Rodgers, who is a weirdo.
And then he went to play with his other favorite quarterback, and that fell apart.
But now he's like, wait a minute, like, this guy is just an easy guy to be around. Like, I can't imagine Aaron Rodgers is ever easy to be around.
No, what a nightmare. Although, I mean, Aaron made Devontae a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so I think there's
bought him a Taco Bell in his house.
I think there's some kinship there. But Devontae's had a remarkably good opportunity to play with some very good quarterbacks. Now, the franchises that were around those quarterbacks kind of let him down, especially with the Raiders. But he has an eye for talent. He knows who to go play with to ensure the ball's going to be available when it needs to be available. And last night, dimes were being dropped. I mean, he was. They needed him. They didn't lose because of him.
I should also, we didn't mention it when we talked about the game, that one-handed sideline catch by Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Okay, now, we call that a catch, huh? I know it's beautiful.
Didn't move.
Well, didn't move. It could have been laying on top of a platter, though. I mean, he tried to tuck it in as he was going. I'm not saying it wasn't.
I don't think he tried to tuck it in.
No, he didn't. He just kind of held it like a plate, which was beautiful. But nobody for a second goes, was that a football move? Did he really tuck it in? I mean, all the other crap I've had to watch.
He took 3 steps.
Well, no, he got that last foot. He didn't take 3. They replayed. He got 1 more in. And then as he took that third one out of bounds is when he pulled it into his arm. I'm not saying it wasn't a catch. I'm all for it. It was beautiful. But when you compare that, which was that a football move? Is it possible for a man to hold the ball without in control with just one hand? I think it is. But if they replayed it and you go, well, the definition of football move and next step, he did not meet.
Well, so, you don't have to make a football move on the sideline. You just got to get 2 feet in bounds.
He got 2 feet in, but did he have control of the ball?
It didn't
hit his
hand and it never moved.
But it stayed at the same. I wasn't arguing with it. But given what I'd seen just in this game before and what we've seen in the last couple of weeks as to what control is and when you're out, I thought spectacular. I'm glad we're carrying on because there was no question.
Even me being bitter about that, that's a catch.
He still kind of had it right there, and they replayed it, and boy, they went and ran the next play pretty quick. I don't think I'd have challenged it, but given the current status of what a catch is again, it certainly gave me second thought.
Yeah, I have a hard time not calling that a catch.
Do we have a problem with these glove catches?
No,
okay.
I love it. Right. I mean, that was incredible.
I wouldn't want to shake his hand. I know
don't
that.
think the NFL's got a problem with it either. They love that. That's highlight stuff.
That's nuts, man. That defies physics.
Yeah. The other thing that's wild about this is this goes to show you how quickly the right coach can turn things around. And we are seeing now 2 teams with second-year head coaches, and their teams are in the Super Bowl. If you hire the right guy, oh my gosh, how dumb do the Tennessee Titans feel? I mean, think about that. They're hiring their second coach in 2 years, and the guy that they fired is sitting around in the Super Bowl. Great job, Tennessee.
Well, it helps.
At least you got Brian Callahan.
Well, it helps to have a Drake May. I mean, it's a significant step up.
Yeah, but also, I mean, he had the 1 seed with frickin' Ryan Tannehill, who was like the 16th best quarterback in the league. He had him as a 1 seed.
We look at both these coaches and you go, man, spectacular for different reasons, quite frankly. But the other common denominator is both those quarterbacks played pretty damn well. Both of them. One's an MVP backup, and one is what's his record the last 2 years? Just is it the best in the NFL?
28-6.
Is he the best in the NFL over 2 years?
Most wins in the last year.
So I mean, it's no surprise that these 2 quarterbacks are here. But it's that combination that you just search for. It's that witchcraft of coach and quarterback that just mesh.
Yeah. Although I mean, I still watching Drake May the last few games. It's like, ooh.
At least he found his feet.
He's finding a way to win them, but man, it sure doesn't feel sustainable.
You know, watching that yesterday, have you seen the previews for? They're going to do a story of the San Francisco Dynasty.
like a documentary?
There's something coming out on one of the streaming services. We're going to do a 4-part episode of the 49ers there in the late 90s, or late 80s, early 90s as they were turning things around. And watching those two quarterbacks yesterday, we're so far removed from the type of quarterback Joe Montana was. I don't think that kind of quarterback can play in the NFL anymore.
What do you mean?
The offense certainly is still very much there. That West Coast offense is still part of the league. But to be a modern NFL quarterback, you have to have an arm cannon the likes of which Joe Montana never had. And I'm not saying he couldn't translate what he did, but the way he played then is so much different than what is required now. Drake May.
Look at your boy Bo Nix.
Well, yeah, Drake May is head and shoulders above that. Even, I would put Montana's skill set right with Bo Nix, to be quite frank, as far as arm strength.
All right, we're halfway there on a Monday. Let's talk some Spurs on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. 2026 is here, and at Staples, deals mean business. Get that back-to-business energy with up to $100 off custom print orders on business cards, flyers, signs, and more. Shop everything you need to fuel the momentum in-store and online. Staples, that was easy. Ends January 31st.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, I got you something.
What's this?
Just a little Galentine's gift from Jewelry Television.
JTV, I love their jewelry. I had my eye on this pearl bracelet on JTV.com. Plus, I love their colored gemstone jewelry. And have you seen their gold?
Right now, take up to 70% off select jewelry and gifts at JTV.com.
You are not going to believe their gemstones and their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
It's the pearl bracelet.
Visit JTV.com.
Hi, I'm Michael from the Warren Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk. For a Jackson, and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working an accident on I-10 East from Loop 410's taking up a right lane. A stall on I-10 eastbound just before Gevers. That's off to the shoulder. And we still have this closure on the west side on Highway 90 eastbound General McMullen to Couples, where we had an earlier very serious accident, has now turned into an accident investigation. So traffic still being forced to exit onto the frontage road. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Super Bowl is set. New England headed that way with a 10-7 win in a snowstorm over the Denver Broncos. For the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams came up short against Seattle, 31-27 the final score. The Spurs fell to the Pelicans yesterday, 104-95. They remain second in the West behind Oklahoma City, who also lost to the Raptors. In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what was described as minor preventative foot surgery this week and will be limited in off-season workouts. And finally, Mike McCarthy, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, has a new job. He's expected to sign his contract today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning. 8:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Edwin's taking over the board, so that means Victor
hit stop.
Yeah, it's hit him.
It's that time of morning.
You didn't bring him any matcha, did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't bring him any of that today.
Bring his own Drano.
Must have. Giants made a hire yesterday as well. They hired their defensive coordinator, Denard Wilson, who was the DC for the Tennessee Titans the last couple of years. But before that, he was a defensive back coach for Harbaugh in Baltimore.
Who did he play for before that? I don't remember when he was a pro.
It's been a while since he played, I guess. But he is now, as they continue to round out his coaching staff, he interviewed for the Giants DC job in 2023, was considered the favorite, but chose the Titans instead. Had the second-ranked defense in Tennessee his first year, and then they were 21st last season. So probably a good get for the Giants. I trust Harbaugh to put together a good staff. This is the same guy who hired Mike McDonald. Let's face it. Yeah, the Giants they made the right move, and they've got things figured out there. They just got to figure out if their quarterback can play. I fully trust that John Harbaugh is going to be the right guy for that job. Let's switch off of the NFL just for a bit. We got 2 weeks now to talk about this game coming up, so we'll have plenty more to discuss.
We'll beat it to death.
Oh yes, certainly. And San Francisco next week. Rob will head up to the big city,
jetting out on Sunday.
Oh yes, you're going up Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a. I don't know how much time you've spent in San Francisco. You were up there for the last one?
I was there the last time.
I didn't know you then. I'm not gonna go up. So I'm gonna have you make a brewery run for me.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
I figured I would be doing such.
Yeah.
It won't be Anchor Steam, I hope.
No. There's a brewery called Cellar Maker. I'm gonna have you stop by.
Cellar Maker.
Yeah, they make a beer called Coffee and Cigarettes. It's like a smoked porter.
Sounds fabulous.
Oh, it's delightful.
Tastes like an ashtray. Looks like a beer. Tastes like an ashtray.
Perfect. Perfect. So we'll get into more NFL talk. Obviously, there'll be more today, but there'll be plenty over the next couple weeks. I did want to talk about the Spurs game last night, which I didn't watch most of it because there was football on. But when I went to check in on it, I said, "Oh my, this is not good."
Out of hand.
Spurs made a little push to get back in it, but
16-0 run to tie it, and then keep in mind they were down by 20 at one point.
Yeah, they just got thumped by the New Orleans Pelicans of all teams. The Spurs continue to just kind of be a roller coaster of a team.
We're soft.
Yeah,
soft.
And Zion, like again, I just watched the recap of it, like the highlights, and it looked like Zion just got whatever he wanted, and nobody was able to put a body on him.
And that alone isn't unforgivable. Heck, he's a rhinoceros.
He's good at sport.
But there is a trend here, and they're getting until they prove they can body out and shoot their way out of being bodied in the paint. This is going to happen every night until you prove until you stand up to the bully. You're going to keep getting bullied, and don't look to the refs to bail you out. This is one of those things young players got to learn. Your welcome to the NBA moment is the moment you realize ain't no help coming. You might get a friendly ref every now and again, but I think what happened was, think about what we've seen since that Boston game. When we went up to Boston and we got every friendly call possible.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown came out and said, this is not right. They went to the NBA, and ever since then, the league has allowed whoever the Spurs are playing to body them, to big boy basketball them. And the Spurs have won some of them. They fought through it, and others, they didn't. Last night, they did it. They ran out of gas in the effort, and it's not stopping. And guess who? The team that started this plan, they get next.
Yeah, the Rockets on deck at Houston on Wednesday, so we'll be talking about that game for the next couple days. That was who just bullied them a couple days ago. I guess that was last Tuesday. Another randomly kind of odd home loss for the Spurs, who have their home losses are to New Orleans, Portland, Cleveland, when Cleveland was like in the dregs, the Jazz, and the Warriors. That's a weird group of teams to lose to on your home floor when you've got wins over, Oklahoma City multiple times. You've got wins over Denver, like some of the better wins in the season, and then you're losing these random home games to, quite frankly, bad teams.
10-man basketball, you got no heart.
I hate to say that, but
no, I'm just saying, when you look at that by the numbers, not by eye, but just look at who they win and how they lose, when they lose, you think your talent's just going to be enough. You think your talent is enough to just go out there and I'm just going to play better. I don't have to try hard. I don't have to have the heart to get through it. I just think I'm better than you, and I should be able to play better than you and beat you without really any heart to it. And that's a tough lesson to learn, man.
Maybe so. We'll see if they can develop that heart over the next couple of weeks. But right now, there is at least some concern over. And I guess I've been saying it, like those games are like playoff basketball. Physicality is it's almost applauded in the playoffs. They're not going to give cheap fouls in the playoffs.
Absolutely not. And refs will respect you when you come back. Now, Shai Gilgeous has not always been the recipient of every whistle.
No.
He had to play
that.
that. And Victor, you're not Shai yet. You don't get to look at the refs and scream why.
Right.
You're not there yet. You will be eventually, but you're not there. You have to earn it. I will say, Devin was, awkward in his return. Certainly his shot wasn't there. I think De'Aaron was tentative. I think he'd been taken off his dribble. Wasn't everything that was hoped for. Keldon continues to be the heart and soul of this team. And the rougher the game, the better he plays. I thought he was the best player on the court last night for the Spurs.
I don't disagree.
Wasn't enough, but at least he came to play, baby.
Well, they got a lot to work on. Got to get that thing sorted before too long, because they're about to start getting to a part of the schedule where they've got the Rockets and the Thunder. Although the Thunder they've lost back-to-back home games now as well. And
life without Jalen.
Losing last night to the Raptors, okay, no big deal. The game before, they lost at home to the Pacers. What? That is alarming. So, not all rainbow and sunshine for the Thunder. I mean,
we got months.
They're still lapping the field basically, but
yeah. I mean,
I didn't know they were going to lose 10 games all year. And now they're 37-10. Didn't make it to the All-Star break before they lost their 10th game.
It's life stuff without Jalen. And the second time around has been worse.
Yeah, and last night was one of those 26% from three. You shoot 11 of 43 from the 3-point line, you're going to lose.
Huh. I wonder if the Spurs realize such things. And Victor, do you realize that too? Do
Wow.
you realize that those one bad three after another and a prescription for ongoing success?
Well, the good thing for the Thunder is typically when one of their non-traditional shooters misses a couple, they just say, okay, you're not allowed to shoot anymore. Stop it.
But they're running out of the non-traditionals.
Yeah. And their best player isn't really a 3-point menace.
Well,
and
so it's a 3-point menace. It's just not from distance. It's with a free throw attached.
Yeah. He gets the old-fashioned way. And he was 8 of 11 from the field per usual, and 8 of 10 from the free throw line. Had his way, but yeah, not a lot of support for him yesterday. Chet 11 and 10. But you're right. Not having Jalen is a big deal.
Yesterday was the definition of the Tuesday night, even though it was Sunday night in the winners of the NBA schedule. Just a bitter, cold night. Nobody's up for it. Road teams get a better chance on those than most.
Yeah. There's a couple interesting games tonight around the league. The Warriors and Timberwolves may be worth watching. The
Ant-Man's posting some numbers.
And the Warriors are full-on collapse mode now, I would imagine. No Jimmy Butler. They bring back Jonathan Kuminga. He's already hurt. So that's going to be interesting. And then I think the Magic Cavs game is worth watching as well. Cavs playing so much better now than they were at the beginning of the season. I think the Magic have been maybe a disappointment.
Well, yeah,
hovering around 500.
Not maybe. They have definitely been a disappointment. You can blame injuries. They haven't had both Wagner's for both most of the season. We are 9 days away from trade deadline.
Yeah,
thereabouts. I think something's going to happen this week. I think we're going to start popping free. I think there's some low-hanging fruit that's going to have to move before any bigger deals are done. And I think we're winding into that all-star kind of break. This is an opportunity for the NBA to make some hay while the NFL sits down. I wouldn't be surprised to see a move or two in the next week.
Well, there's still a headline story on ESPN about Giannis and who can possibly trade for him, what they could possibly trade for him, who's got the things that they would need to make this deal happen. And you know what? In fact, let's go over. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll dig into what they say about the Spurs and how difficult they think it would be to get it done. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars $50K Big Game Giveaway. Predict the exact score of the big game in Santa Clara, California, and you could score $50,000. Make your predictions now at sasportstar.com. The $50K Big Game Giveaway, brought to you by Dietz Tractor. Score big with Dietz Tractor in Seguin and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hello, this is Jason Thompson, and as you know, I've been practicing law here in San Antonio for more than 30 years, helping people and families injured in traffic collisions. So I'm often asked, what is the worst thing you can do after a traffic collision? And the answer is easy. That's trying to handle it on your own without an attorney. Insurance companies have spent billions perfecting their strategy of paying nothing or as little as they can get away with. It wouldn't be David versus Goliath. It would be David versus a million Goliaths. You have no chance. Using AI for help is even worse because AI routinely gives dangerously inaccurate legal advice. It is laughably bad on the law. So bad that a lawyer filing a document drafted by AI will likely be disbarred in Texas. Keep it simple. Just call me. My name is Jason Thompson. I'll give you a free review of your case with no obligation to hire me. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com. That's alawyerforus.com.
You made the New Year's resolution to get back in shape, but what happens? You don't see results and give up. Want real results? Go to Synergenics and Low T Center for a free men's TRT test and $200 off the women's hormone test. Book now, getmyhealthfix.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ Soft Serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into Soft Serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
$8:17 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1.
I just walked outside. It's a crisp, blue sky morning.
What's the temp like?
It's still crisp.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. It didn't feel warm. No, it looks like it's going to be a nice day.
I did post on my Instagram my
your slip.
Oh yeah, it's on right now.
I got my wife said, well, I couldn't. I said, send me the camera stuff, the security cam stuff. And my doorbell camera didn't, like, it could get it, but the yard wasn't lit enough to really see the end result. But the garage camera, which it lights up when there's movement,
right?
You can see it, like that one, like, so it's good to watch see how it started and then how it ended. Thank God I've got those bushes, because I would have I would have been,
because that was your first time to have to negotiate your front porch in a storm like this.
Yeah,
that often ends in a broken wrist or a broken hip.
Yeah. My older son fell yesterday. Like, he went out in the backyard and then tried to come back in and busted his ass.
I've learned. I have a back patio that I just open the door and throw a towel down, or I know I'm going down.
Yeah, I just try to avoid going outside.
I hadn't gone outside other than to walk my dogs in the last 36 hours. I had no idea what it looked like outside of my little perimeter.
I had my very first house that I bought in Houston when I moved from Austin to Houston to start doing radio there. So this was like 2011. I had like this back patio that was like it was made with like Spanish tile.
Oh, yeah.
So it didn't even have to be ice. Like if it rained, it was like a slip and slide. So I don't know how many like it took me forever to figure out that I just can't walk out there when it's raining because I busted my ass like 20 times on that thing, and every time I was like, oh. You know, at that point, I was fighting MMA, so I was beat up all the time anyway.
You couldn't figure out where the bruise came from.
Who knows where this ailment came from? But I'm at least a good percentage of them were from me falling on my back patio.
Well, mind that this morning as you head out. It's still slick.
Yep. All right. I said we were going to talk about the Spurs and the still, I think, lowered possibility that they could go after someone like Giannis.
Yeah, you know, I will never say never.
It's certainly still tempting because of how quickly it could get them where
last night.
Yeah, and
when
we
you
talk
look
about like they need someone who isn't going to get bullied and
just give it to him.
Zion's not going to put his shoulder in Giannis's chest and punk him out. That ain't going to happen. But it says difficulty to get a deal done. They listed it as a 6 out of 10. And it says the Spurs reached contender status earlier than expected. A Giannis trade would create a fascinating front court duo, but likely at the cost of a young backcourt star.
At least, yeah.
Are the Spurs willing to break up their young roster before they can even evaluate Wemby's first postseason? If they are, Spurs have Steph Castle and Dylan Harper as the centerpieces of a trade. And despite trading 4 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox, San Antonio still has 4 pick swaps and an unprotected 2027 first-rounder from the Hawks. They are $10 million below the first apron.
They got money. They got room. We got money.
And it lists all their contracts. The upcoming free agents, like the expiring contracts.
Like Olynyk's got an expiring deal, a $13 million expiring. So that's the kind of thing I think would be moved. I've seen some talk about Sohan. Maybe with
$7 million. Harrison Barnes, $19 million. That might be appealing to someone.
I think those are the moves I think are going to happen.
And as much as I love Harrison, if Harrison was included in a deal that brought in Giannis, I don't think you could be mad about it. He would simply take over that role defensively. But Olynyk, Champagnie, Biyombo, McLaughlin, and Lindy Waters all expiring contracts. Wemby obviously not even in a discussion, but Castle, Harper, and Carter Bryant are their rookie scale deals, and then you've got Vassell, Keldon, and Luke Cornett. Vassell at $27 million, Keldon $17.5 million, and Luke Cornett at $11 million. I certainly don't think they've got any interest in trading Luke Cornett. He's signed through 2029.
No, he's a Spur
and 2020 through 2029 with, quite frankly, great value at $11 million.
Yeah, what do you get that makes you better if you exit him?
Yeah.
There's just nothing. He is, and I don't think anybody wants him to be gone.
No, I don't either.
He's at least for the foreseeable, yes.
Devin having a $27 million price tag on him would be, it would help offset money. Certainly, and I think people look at him as a valuable piece.
Oh, yeah, everybody's asking about
him. And he's signed through 2029. Keldon, $17.5 million, signed through 2027. I would assume the Spurs are probably pretty hesitant to move on from him.
Oh, given it's a bargain. They're going to give him a raise.
Yeah, given what he's doing right now, it'd be hard to include him in anything. But again, at the end of the day, as long as you're not talking about moving Victor Wembanyama, everything should be on the table if you're actually talking about bringing in Giannis.
I'd seen some talk about Sohan and Obaseli from the Knicks, maybe something there just because of the French connection, which I think will be the next consistent talk when the Spurs are in any kind of market. Does he want to play or can he speak French to play with Wembanyama? And Obaseli has that. I think there's that. I've seen Gary Trent Jr.'s named a couple of times out there, and I think there's some other potential dudes to fill a gap or two. I think over the last week or so, as we've talked about their inability to fight through physicality, I think that the emphasis on a bigger raw bone, whether it be a big small forward or a small big forward, somebody that's willing to get in the paint and throw some elbows and protect some of the lither guys, I think that would probably be a more likely move than a blockbuster. But as long as Giannis is hanging out there, man, you still got to – what they give it, 6 to 10? 6 and 10?
6 out of 10 difficulty.
And that's probably about right. I don't expect it to happen, but, when you have a chance like this, you're crazy. It's malpractice if you don't pursue every possible angle just to see if you can get the perfect deal.
It lists the 10 teams with the most to offer. It's got the Hawks, and it says deal difficulty 7 out of 10. The Pistons, deal difficulty 2 out of 10.
See, that's one that I put lower than ours as far as need to move.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of good young players on the cheap. And I would imagine that basically anybody but Cade Cunningham could be available.
Yeah, I think that they're
Jalen Duren is an expiring contract. That's a valuable piece.
That they're very much on the list of teams that could or couldn't, but if they did, wow.
Rockets, and I mean, yeah, if they did, if the Pistons got him, the Pistons are suddenly big favorites to win the East,
and for the same reason the Rockets aren't going to do it. The Rockets are not a player in this.
Rockets 7 out of 10. They are just below the cap to begin with. They have restricted contracts with Van Vliet and Jabari Smith that would be hard to move.
They made their team when they went and got Durant.
Yeah,
That's
KD that's the deal. Miami 7 out of 10 as well.
They don't got enough.
I don't know that they
like
do.
Tyler Hero a lot.
Yeah. They've got Andrew Wiggins' expiring contract, which would be good. Terry Rozier's expiring contract.
Can he play?
Do you want to trade Bam? And if
I would,
if you do, is it where are you at? Are you way different than you are now? I don't know. Minnesota says 8 out of 10 difficulty. And it says they've got the players who could accelerate a rebuild in Milwaukee with Julius Randle, Naz Reid, and Jaden McDaniels. They have no first-round picks to send in a deal, so that would pretty much, that pretty much knocks that out. The Bucks want to get,
and I think that when you hear the way Giannis talks, his agents told him, "Look, man, this is going to be hard. I mean, the best case, it's going to be hard." And now, considering I don't think the value is even close to where we thought it would have been this time last year, or certainly over the summer, he was worth a lot more. It felt like. I just don't think Milwaukee's going to come close to what they thought they were going to be able to pull for him.
Yeah. The Knicks lists as an 8 out of 10 difficulty. New York's one tradable pick likely won't convey, so it would cost them
too bad.
Star player.
Because I think they would have done everything possible to get him if they'd have done their due diligence and prepared for this moment. I think they would have been one to pull the trigger.
Oklahoma City, it says a 7 out of 10. They've got so many draft picks. But they'd have to decide, do they want to break up their core roster that's already proven good enough to win a title and to be the favorite for a title now? They wouldn't
be a mutiny.
They wouldn't be able to trade Shea, Jalen, or Chet. Those are all they've got poison pills locked in. But
it would take everybody else.
Yeah, and a lot of that draft capital. Portland, it says 4 out of 10.
Now, this one I like. Portland should be in the play for this, and it's ironic that he might go back with his dude.
And they've got the Bucks 2029 pick that they could get back.
That's what I was going to say. There's already a link there with a draft pick, and this one is worth paying attention to because they do have some talent that if I was Milwaukee, I might want to talk about.
And then Toronto, it says outside of Detroit, no East playoff team can beat a potential Giannis trade package from the Raptors. The difficulty of the trade increases if Milwaukee asks for Scotty Barnes. Besides the ability to trade 4 first-round picks and swaps in each season, Toronto has Barnes, Brandon Ingram, R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Emmanuel Quickley, and young players on controllable deals like Grady Dick and Jacoby Walker. So
Giannis could kill a deal, though. Does he have can he
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think Toronto would be crazy if they didn't offer up exactly what you said, but I'm not sure it's the ideal destination for Giannis as he arrives about to a bare cupboard as he left.
Yeah, I can't like that. I can't imagine that either. It's still now. This is outside of the top 10. It lists a couple more teams, but it does mention Boston.
If Boston would do this and just trade Tatum straight up.
Boston has $55 million in combined salaries of Derek White and Anthony Simons and 2 tradable first-round picks.
I'm talking Tatum or Brown, man.
Oh, well,
if I'm Milwaukee.
Dallas, it says any talks would likely begin with Cooper Flagg, but it's difficult to see Dallas giving up another franchise player for a short-term window with Giannis.
They already fired Nico, right?
Yeah.
They can't bring him back for one day for him to make the deal?
Although, I don't know. trading Luka for Anthony Davis is a lot worse than
Shoot,
trading.
I'll pay you $1 million if you'll come back
And
for
make this
one
deal.
day and make this deal.
Yeah, and then the Warriors. It says the Warriors can trade up to 4 first-round picks, but putting together $54 million in salary and not including Jimmy Butler could be an issue.
Let me tell you, if Giannis ends up in Golden State, the fix is in.
It says if Butler's off the board, Golden State's left with the contracts of Draymond, Kuminga, and a combination of Moody, Podziemski, and Buddy Hield.
If this happens, if there's somehow in the basketball gods decide that this could happen, the fix is in, man.
Yeah. But we've seen crazier things happen. Certainly. We've seen crazier things happen.
Renew and rebuild the Warriors.
Yeah.
It would be one of those moves that would be like a signpost in the history of the NBA because this is a franchise that's about to expire, you feel like.
I mean, what Steve Kerr said when he was talking about Jimmy Butler's injury, he said, we brought Jimmy here to make one last push for Steph.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a heartbreak that this is happening, or he said for Steph and Draymond. But we all know at the end of the day, this is Steph's franchise. If they really want to make one more push and they want to package some picks and Draymond and send that stuff out, you get rid of Kuminga and Giannis and Steph. Any given playoff series, it'd be hard to count them out.
I'll tell you this: wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You make the deal, you get the number 1 pick next year. Ask Nico. If you make the deal, we can fix things. We know how to make this work for you.
We can make it right.
It might get you somebody you really covet in that draft. All you can do is make the deal. Ask Nico.
We can make it
right.
right.
Help you out.
So it would be there's a lot of interesting options for where Giannis ends up. San Antonio, I think the likelihood has gone way down because of the success that they've had here so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do think that last week the likelihood of a deal is probably higher.
Oh, I'm certain of it. They've got to get more physical.
And as much as we act, and I keep reading this, the Spurs are really reticent to get rid of Jeremy. He's a free agent at the end of the year. You can't let him just walk away because he will. Somebody's going to pay him.
Yeah. C-Note says, hell, trade for Zion. I know that wouldn't work. He's not Spurs material. That's just what it is. If Zion had ever shown a propensity to stay healthy, I'd be interested in that. But he's just
when Zion understands who he is as a man and as a player. Spurs have brought it. Spurs let Dominique Wilkins retire here. I mean, there's a place for him.
And Dominique Wilkins got fatter than Zion.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, Dominique was the first Zion way back when, but just better and more active. But the fact is, the Spurs are. It's not. He's not a Spurs guy. He doesn't know who he is. But once you become a pro and will be the sixth man that Keldon would. If he could just follow Keldon's career and Zion, we need you 15 minutes a night to go just blow up the other team. Once you accept that, you're not going to get paid like the superstar, but it'll add 10 years to your career and maybe a ring. Maybe there's something out there, but right now, no.
All right. It is a Mellow Mushroom Monday. We've got a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, 1604 and Stone Oak. So good. Oh, it is so good. That thick crust.
So good.
Chewy
right
and
now.
Delicious. I wish it wasn't 8:30 in the morning and we could just go eat pizza right now. If you want a $50 gift card to go get Mellow Mushroom, you can do it today. I mean, who wants to cook in weather like this? Why not have somebody make you a delightful pie?
Kids are probably home bothering you already.
Exactly. So I got a $50 gift card for caller number 4. You will win a $50 gift card on a Mellow Mushroom Monday. So enjoy that pizza. Yeah. All right. I am going to tell you about my friends at Underdog Fantasy. Oh, yeah. Football's biggest game is right around the corner, and you can get it on all the action at Underdog. And playing on Underdog is so easy. You just head to the app, make your picks on a player. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions. You get them right, you can win up to 5,000 times your money. Plus, there's new promos dropping daily in the app. So if you like making picks and winning money, Underdog's the place to be for the big game. I had a 60% boost last night. 60%? Guys, you can't beat this. I'm not sure where I'm headed on the Super Bowl on these player props just yet, but I do know one that I'm on. I am going to be on Jackson Smith and Jigba higher because I know that Sam Darnold trusts him, and for good reason. So Jackson Smith and Jigba, the way I'm going to look. What are you waiting for, guys? Download that app today. Use promo code Alamo. You'll get $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks and win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still dealing with a closure on the west side on 90 eastbound General McMullen over to Couples. Early this morning, a very serious accident has turned into an accident investigation. 35 southbound Somerset wrecked its off to the shoulder, and a stall at 281 northbound 35 right shoulder blocked. Staying off the roadway, still a good option today, if at all possible. Some roads remain slick and hazardous. You do not want to slip and slide on any black ice in the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 indulgencies for $3 or less. From the opulent new mini taco salad to the decadent beefy potato loaded griller. That much luxe could have you expecting a maitre d' at the drive-thru. At participating Taco Bells, while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 five-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, you go to Google and look up our reviews, you're going to be satisfied.
It's important to hire an attorney you can trust, and the reviews speak for themselves. The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted provider of personal injury law since 1973.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
The Gomez Law Firm continues to fight for our San Antonio community, and the results matter. If you've been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then contact them today at joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like replacing my bike in case of an accident?
Progressive's total loss coverage can help with that.
Great. And you also agree with me that my riding club should ride to the aquarium instead of cruising around a mountain, right?
Actually, we just do insurance. We don't vote in riding clubs.
Nice. 2 votes for the turtle exhibit.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
What are you, some kind of turtle hater?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm opening a second location for my coffee shop this year.
I smell trouble brewing.
I needed to print new menus, loyalty cards, window signage, so I went to Staples.
That'll cost you a latte. Get it?
Uh-huh. Actually, I saved $100 on my print order, and everything looks amazing.
Well, grind my beans and call me impressed.
Staples made it easy.
If your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey, hockey fans, join the Blitz this Tuesday night at McIntyre's North Star for a Dallas Stars watch party with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly, and you could win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear.
So pregame with the Blitz Tuesday afternoon at McIntyre's North Star, then stick around to watch the Stars play the Blues. Puck drops at 7 o'clock at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we will know who is headed to San Francisco after the AFC and NFC championship games. So we'll have our first preview of Super Bowl 60. Plus the Spurs against the Pelicans on Sunday night. We'll have the reaction and the latest NFL coaching news. And Ryan Eagle's back. The Blitz, Monday at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
.38 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1. Good morning, everybody.
Hope everybody's enjoying their day off.
I know. Except us.
We do it for y'all.
We're the working man.
Yeah.
It's hard to bitch.
We're up by 10. So.
Yeah, man, I'm not complaining.
Sean Payton says that he regrets the fourth down call.
Yeah, that's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. It's going to be seriously. Nothing is worse than when you made a decision, and it was a weighted decision given all the things. But I bet even when he made it, he had a nagging. Maybe I should do it, and then he chose the wrong way. And I think that's when we've all done it. We've all made a decision that and you'll wake up with chills for the rest of your life, knowing, man, I knew better. Why did I do it that way?
Yeah, he said it said the Broncos were up 7-0. The Patriots at that point had not had a drive go longer than 11 yards. The Patriots offense looked dead to start the game, to be fair. They were at the Patriots' 14-yard line. It was 4th and 1.
Take the points.
See,
Take the points. You knew it was going to be low scoring. 1 point is like 4.
I don't know, man. You're 4th and 1.
I mean, this is 2020 hindsight. Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, as they ran out, I thought, this is a product of his week of prep where all he talked about is, my worry is not the quarterback. My worry is not the quarterback, and so I'm so little worried that I'm going to throw over the top, and that first series was spectacular. The ball movement, Stidham was getting out of the pocket and delivering the ball, and then his overconfidence and his need to instill the belief that Stidham could get them there forced him to go for it.
Well, it says
before you say anything, do you think he'd have done the same thing with Bo? If he had Bo Nix at quarterback, I guarantee he kicked a field goal because he would have felt like we'll be back.
I think they go for it if he's got Bo. I
don't know.
Yeah, if you're going to go for it with Stidham, and it's not like they. So I mean, they ran a bootleg, like they were putting it in his hands.
I think his fear was they weren't going to be back. We got to get the touchdown. Well, you're right. You probably won't be back, but any points are more important than no points.
He says he originally had called a run play, then he took a timeout and said he changed the call to a pass, and. He said, I felt like, man, we had momentum to get up 14 points, felt like we had a good call. I think the feeling was, man, let's be aggressive, to get up 14. I was just watching the way our defense was playing, and he was right. If they went up 14, the Patriots didn't put up 14 all day.
But what he did was he changed the momentum.
Yeah.
And it's not like they immediately scored because they did get the ball back. It didn't work initially, but they never got the points back.
And then, of course, after that possession is when the weather started to come in, and the Broncos didn't get to the New England 20 for the rest of the game. He said, there's always regrets. I felt like here we were 4th and 1, close enough, and it's a call you make based on the team you're playing and what you're watching on the other side of the ball. So, yeah, there'll always be second thoughts. Hindsight, the original run play he called would have been a better decision.
Sucks, man. Oh, the chills he's got.
Yeah. And he said it became apparent after halftime with each possession, a field goal, that type of thing was going to be real important, and we weren't able to get it done. And, they had kicks.
Well, that finger, that one was the index finger that got that last kick. I mean, by the hair of a hair. I mean, it wasn't much of a difference.
What'd you walk away from feeling about Jarrett Stidham's performance?
He was about what I thought he could do. I mean, the poor guy. I mean, again, they did everything they could to put no pressure on him. The coach was like, "I believe in you," and they should have, but you could tell they're just there were certain plays that he was incapable of completing, and Peyton did a good job of staying away from it for the most part, but when you had to have it, he just didn't have the combination of understanding, arm strength, and escapability. And one of those three always seemed to let him down.
Well, I thought the long play that he hit to Mims in the first quarter that got them to like the 7-yard line or wherever to set up their touchdown, I was like, man, if he can make a couple throws like that, once the weather changed, though, like that ball that got picked, Christian Gonzalez picked, that just hung up in the air for like an hour and a half.
It felt like it got snow all over it, didn't it?
It was like, what is going – like, why isn't this ball coming down? And, like, Christian Gonzalez is like, all
waiting for it. Waiting.
He looked like like a center fielder with his glove and blocking the sun. I got it.
I'm not mad at him. I mean, he did spectacular. There are a couple that two-handed push pass that could have been that they ruled as a forward pass, right?
Yeah,
that could have been catastrophic. So
that's another interesting call because on that play, I mean, you can make an argument that the ball is tipped at the line and goes backward.
It was weird.
I was surprised they changed the ruling on the field so many times. And they originally said it was a forward pass. Then they said it was a backwards pass, but they'd already blown an inadvertent whistle, so the touchdown couldn't count. But when you watch it in slow, it's hard to tell. I mean, because the ball's tipped maybe a foot after it comes out of his hands. So you don't really know exactly which direction it's intending to go.
Yikes. If I'm Peyton, yikes, man, that was awkward.
But, I mean, between that play and the muff punt, the two short fields, that's what cost the Broncos the game.
And it's too bad because despite that, they were in it. They had an opportunity to the bitter end. So he didn't lose them the game. He just wasn't enough to keep them equal. It just wasn't all his fault. In fact, none of it was his fault. It was just the inability to get over just
that one was his fault. That play was his fault.
That play certainly was. But I give him credit for the situation he found himself in. I mean, the very fact that when we can only talk about dudes like Jeff Hostetler, it's only happened one time in the history of the league that something like this has happened. You just knew the deck was stacked.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to be a possible thing.
Well, it was it wasn't like a mistake-filled game for him.
No.
But the mistakes that he did make were pretty brutal. And he played like a backup quarterback. He played like a pretty good backup quarterback. But given the conditions, there's not a lot of quarterbacks that would have had much. I mean, Drake May looked like ass in that game, too.
That was the wild card, wasn't it? That wet, heavy snow just put a damper on everything.
Yeah. So, just really a good run that they finish off with a whimper.
Do you put any stock to the anger that we're watching championship games and we're hamstringing the teams because of the weather?
I mean, that's football.
That's me. This is a winter sport. We do things when it's cold. I saw a couple of columns and a couple of podcast types last night bemoaning the fact that the second half was just not playable and it was getting worse by the second. We were kind of, as fans, short-scripted because they didn't build a dome, and when we got good weather, we got a phenomenal football game. But the bad weather just kind of – but I don't agree with that totally because, again,
but for a lot of these
it's
teams,
a cold weather game.
For a lot of these teams, this is their advantage.
Exactly.
And now these are two cold weather teams, but like if the Broncos were playing the Jags in the AFC Championship game, like what a huge advantage it would be for Denver to have that.
Which is why.
I mean, Buffalo have said the reason why they didn't build their new stadium with a dome is because they feel like the weather gives them an advantage over other teams.
And yet another reason why the Vikings are a bunch of cowards.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, just proved it yet again that
is true.
A bunch of wimps
Soft.
built a dome, bunch of cowards.
Soft
Vikings.
Lions too.
You know what we're going to do, Vikings, because you're so soft that you built a dome. We're going to take that skull thing and we're going to use it here in San Antonio. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, really?
Because you guys are a bunch of soft guys.
Yeah, Vikings and Lions should be ashamed.
Yeah, just a bunch of cowards.
Yeah, you got that cold weather and you don't use it. You don't use it.
So we, on the other hand, we build domes because it's hot.
That's true. We need air conditioning is very important down here, and that makes sense.
Far more valuable.
That makes sense. It does talk about the Rams and the Broncos, their off-season priorities. For the Rams, it says their top off-season priority is figure out if Matt Stafford's going to be their quarterback.
I was going to say, is there a piece that you would chase apart?
If I'm the Rams?
Obvious. Yeah, but there's not a hole on that team that I would go. If you had that, I mean, they got a running back that turned out to be all right. Wide receiver, certainly. Defense turned out to be at least as good as they expected, probably a lot better. I'm sure there's going to be some free agents they're going to have to deal with, but that's a team without a hole other than let's run it back,
Well,
man.
their special teams is bad.
Well, the punt returner is. We know that.
That was rough. And remember, they've changed kickers this season. They've changed long snappers this season. They've had problems with that all year long.
You're talking RPP.
They fired their special teams coordinator after they lost the first Seahawks game because special teams cost them that game too. Yeah, I would say I would expect the Rams in this draft for that they've got the 29th pick, I guess, or the 30th pick, I'm not sure. But my guess is with this draft, they find a way to move up and find a quarterback that they like.
The next.
That if Stafford does come back, this guy's going to sit around for a year and learn from Matt Stafford, sit around and marinate, get used to the offense. Because Sean McVay doesn't have time to deal with a rookie.
I agree with
Remember, Sean McVay was frustrated with Jared Goff.
Right.
So he wants to make sure that somebody's going to be up to snuff when it's time to give him the football. That's what I think they'll
Makes
do.
sense. Because they don't, again, there's no gaping hole. I don't know what the odds are going to look like the day after the Super Bowl, but they're be in the top 4 to 6 teams to come back. If Stafford stays, of course.
The Broncos, their top offseason priority says having a plan for the raid on the coaching staff.
Detroit didn't. Look what happened to them.
Sean Payton has seen this movie as a head coach. His team has success and gets in the Super Bowl conversation. Others hire away his assistants. This time around, DC Vance Joseph and quarterback coach Davis Webb, a key fixture in Bo Nix's development, should get an opportunity to call plays somewhere else.
Why?
So
I wouldn't let either one of those guys go.
Well, I mean, Vance Joseph getting head coaching interviews.
Of course, if he gets a head coaching gig, go with God.
And for the QB coach, you'll get an OC interview. I mean, so then you can't really stop him.
Probably,
you know?
But I think I could money whip my my offensive coordinator to stay. And Davis Webb, unless he gets a head coaching job, stay here, brother.
But I think Sean Payton looks at it like Sean Payton's their offensive coordinator, really.
True
like,
that.
They're
True that.
It's not like Davis Webb's gonna make or break that guy. Like he's like, okay, yeah, I can find another Davis Webb.
I tend to feel like he's going to be the hot candidate next year. I think he stays in Denver next year. He's going to be a front runner like Kubiak this year.
For their draft look, it says linebackers, one of the team's few positions with long-term question marks. Alex Singleton and Justin Strand both set to become free agents. C.J. Allen from Georgia, a name to circle in round 1, a true middle linebacker with instincts as a run defender. Jake Golday from Cincinnati, intriguing day 2 prospect as well.
What about offensive, like a receiver or tight end type?
Well, it says big prediction for the offseason. After exploring a trade for Dolphins' Jalen Waddle in November, the Broncos will finally get their wide receiver 2 by signing the Colts' Alec Pierce, a big physical receiver who can block and win on contested catches downfield. Perfect fit for Nix's style of play and Peyton's offense. I actually like Alec Pierce.
Sure. Yeah, I was thinking a little bit bigger splash, but a big possession receiver certainly fits the bill.
Yep. So we'll see how the Broncos and the Rams swing it, but the Rams feel like this is imminently repeatable if Matt Stafford comes back.
And I can't imagine him saying this is it after the MVP. He's going to hold an MVP trophy. I think just about assuredly. I can't imagine he doesn't get it and turn in his jersey. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, but I also wonder what kind of toll was taken on him physically. Because
the spinal tap stuff to start there, I agree. But
I'm glad they mentioned that yesterday because they haven't really been talking about it throughout the postseason. But like they were like, yeah, Matt Stafford, it was like he was going to be on the IR. He was.
I didn't think he was going to play.
Yeah, I ended up. I mean, now in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't. I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl. I didn't bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl because I was worried about Stafford's back. And the fact that not only was he healthy all year, he was arguably the best player in the league this year.
Why would you leave?
But also imagine that, behind the scenes, I'm guessing it wasn't easy for him to get up out of bed every morning and roll out to practice. He is still a 37, 38-year-old dude. It doesn't get easier, especially when your back's beat up.
Hey, if he can, he's got his Super Bowl. He'll have his MVP. He certainly has every box check to go ahead on to the Canton. But I don't remember a quarterback leaving like this.
Off a Super Bowl loss?
No, not a Super Bowl loss. Off a championship game and an MVP. It's an unfinished. Now, off a Super Bowl loss, I've seen that. You made it. You just, you might not be back. But they didn't finish the job.
Yeah. I don't know that Has someone ever won the MVP and retired?
Probably not in my mind, but we've got a few of them. But it's been a minute if it has.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
So you're at the peak of your game. You're about 30 seconds away from the Super Bowl. You're going to hang it. I just can't imagine that happens.
The only MVPs not to return Oh, yeah. There was one. A guy. So Norm Van Brocklin retired after winning the MVP in 1960. Jim Brown retired in 1965 after he won the MVP. So it's not unprecedented. It just, 60 years ago. No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen again.
Could happen
if
again.
you don't know your
easily.
history, you are doomed to repeat it.
That's right. And I'm sure Matt Stafford is going to call, Norm Van Brocklin.
We'll pray to him.
Yeah. Is he dead?
I can't imagine that Norm Van Brocklin.
Jim Brown died pretty recently.
Yeah, but Jim Brown's everywhere.
It's probably easier to pray to Jim Brown because
he's still here.
Yeah, he's been dead not for very long. But yeah, I'd check with those guys, see what they say.
I wonder what old Van Brocky has to say.
Is Norman home?
1960, you say.
All right, let's we'll take our last top of the hour break. Look at us.
9 o'clock.
We'll talk about the losers on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Get real results for your health this new year with Synergenics and Low T Center. For a limited time, the men's TRT test is free, and the ladies take $200 off the women's hormone test. Say no to diet trends, questionable online treatments, and deceptive prices from other places. Looking for the best? Synergenics and Low T Center are the leading experts. Meet with a real provider, get real medication, and see real results. Learn more at GetMyHealthFix.com for Synergenics and Low T Center. GetMyHealthFix.com.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still dealing with a closure on the west side on 90 eastbound General McMullen over to Couples. Early this morning, a very serious accident has turned into an accident investigation. 35 southbound Somerset wrecked its off to the shoulder, and a stall at 281 northbound 35 right shoulder blocked. Staying off the roadway, still a good option today, if at all possible. Some roads remain slick and hazardous. You do not want to slip and slide on any black ice in the area. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, the Super Bowl is set. New England headed that way with a 10-7 win in a snowstorm over the Denver Broncos. For the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams came up short against Seattle, 31-27 the final score. The Spurs fell to the Pelicans yesterday, 104-95. They remain second in the West behind Oklahoma City, who also lost to the Raptors. In college football news, Texas quarterback Arch Manning had what was described as minor preventative foot surgery this week and will be limited in off-season workouts. And finally, Mike McCarthy, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys, has a new job. He's expected to sign his contract today with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:01 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hope everybody's being safe out there. Unlike me.
Yeah,
you couldn't even get to your car.
Couldn't get to my car
The true danger is
Are you sure that wasn't like Saturday night? You know?
No, that was this morning.
Okay.
It was definitely this morning. It's the first time I think I've ever said thank God for that bush.
You're not living right.
Thank God that bush was there to break my fall.
I've said that.
Well,
I'm of another era.
You grew up in a different era.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, man. The crotch fro. Thank God for that. It broke my fall. It made a louder crunch than I expected, but other than that.
Rob was like a cat when he was done.
Not just me. That's a
big old hairball.
My teeth were always perfectly.
Were you flossing?
That generation had good teeth.
All right. Enough of that. I was talking about the bush that broke my fall. The topiary bush that broke my fall in my front yard. Thank goodness. I was going to eat it. I posted the video on my Instagram. It's the noise is the best part. The noise when
at least you didn't make a noise. You didn't make the oh.
No.
See, I'd have been cussing like a sailor.
Yeah. I'm calm under pressure, Rob.
Filth and flarn and foul.
Well, you also would have for sure fallen down.
Yes, I'd have been cussing as they wheeled me off to the hospital with a busted hip.
I'm like a ballerina.
Oh, yeah, when I think A.J. Hoffman, I think grace.
Grace. That's right.
Yes, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
I might actually. I'm thinking about if the deadline hasn't passed. I know the Winter Olympics are about to start up, but I've been thinking about joining the figure skating team.
The ice dancing.
Yeah. I get Be like the pairs, like me and some gal. I'll whip her around, throw her around.
I was thinking more of a Blades of Glory thing coming in for us.
I was thinking about what's that? What was the movie with the hockey player who decided he?
It was it's like it has I remember it. And he was
toe pick.
The toe pick. He fell down because he was used to skating with the hockey skate.
Yes,
that's the most I know about skating. What
the Cutting Edge. It's
that's
called.
it. See, the name didn't fit the movie. It was a love story. I thought it had something. I thought it was something completely different.
That was Kate Mosley. Oh, Kate Mosley.
Kate Mosley.
Yeah, Kate Mosley. Let me see if Kate Mosley was any.
That was the male hockey player.
No.
Okay.
Kate Mosley was the what was the actress's name that played Kate Mosley?
That was the name of the
Maura
character.
Kelly. Yeah.
Oh,
Kate
Maura Kelly was
yes,
hot.
Maura Kelly from what else has she been in? What's her big roles?
She was she also in Bueller? Was she?
No.
I'm trying to think of she was in With Honors.
Yes.
West Wing. She did West Wing.
Yep.
She was in West Wing. That's all I remember.
She was in.
She was a voice in The Lion King. Who'd have thought?
I didn't know that either. I never watched that.
She was another '80s movie queen. There was something else.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. Yeah, she was in another One Tree Hill.
That's it.
That's what it was. I never watched it, but that's I think that's what she's most famous for. She was also in Twin Peaks, the TV show. Yeah, hot chick back in the day.
Still looks good.
You think so?
I'm looking at a current photo right there. It looks pretty good. It's hung on pretty well.
Okay. Well, if that's a current photo, I'll allow it. All right. Hey, Vic.
2022.
Let's discuss the losers.
You lose. You are such a loser. You're a bona fide schmuck.
Time now to find out who blew it this weekend. The losers.
You bunch of losers! Look who's back. It's the loser.
I'm going back to a better class of losers.
With AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hello, losers.
All right, Rob, who was your biggest loser this weekend?
I have two top losers of the week. I don't know which one. One I choose would be, will sound kind of like vendetta, like a blood debt. And the other is more obvious. So I'm going to go with the vendetta blood debt. Anybody paid attention to Buzz Williams and his head coaching acumen at Maryland?
Oh, yes.
Anybody seen what that skill set he's taking? Did they lose by 40 this weekend to Michigan?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Be careful, Buzz. I know it looked good up there, but you had it pretty good down at A&M. We had zero expectations. I know that you hadn't talked to your AD in over a year.
Well,
you should have made nice.
Yeah, but remember, Buzz. And by the way, I have a lot of respect for Buzz Williams as a coach.
I don't dislike the man.
I think he's a very good coach. But Buzz, it takes a certain kind of player for his stuff to work.
And they ain't coming to Maryland.
And when he first got to A&M, he didn't have them either.
Maryland requires a different kind of player. A&M, we were happy with the dudes he brought, and there was zero expectation. If you win 18 games at A&M, give them a raise. Shoot. They're all graduating. It looked good for you, and it wasn't good for you.
Yeah, Maryland is they lost to Michigan State on Saturday, 91-48.
Oh,
they scored 48 points in a men's basketball game.
This is Maryland is a basketball stock. I mean that they don't take kind of those kind of whoopings. You're not long for the Terrapin world.
They are now 1-6 in Big Ten play. But the good news is, the great news is, their next game is against Purdue. So
Purdue at least has one All-American. No, I don't have anything anti about Buzz, but this is a tough situation that he's having to rebuild this place from the ground up. And Maryland, now they're in the Big Ten, but this is a basketball ACC root school. That whole stuff about we do football and crab cakes, they play basketball there and a little bit of football on the side.
Yeah.
And they're not going to live with this for very long.
Charles Bediako from Alabama, this isn't
He's a professional athlete.
This isn't a 2022 discussion. This is him after 3 years off after the Alabama booster Judge reinstated his eligibility, even though he's been playing in the G League, playing professional basketball. Came back and finished with 13 points and 3 boards in 25 minutes. And in a little bit of ball don't lie, Tennessee won 79-73 over Alabama this weekend. So I was at least
hoping they'd get their investment back.
I'm glad. And normally I love Nate Oates. I think he's such a good coach. I love that team. And when Bediako there, especially, they were a defensive team. They were awesome, man. But I didn't like this at all. I am glad that they lost that game because it felt wrong. I mean, we'll see how much longer this goes for.
Wasn't that a 10-day TRO? I mean, it was only to get through this game. The Bama booster Judge TRO'd so he can get one game in, it feels like, against a big-time Tennessee opponent.
Yeah.
That's SEC politics at its best.
They play tomorrow at home against Missouri.
They better get a win out of this.
If he can stretch it to next week, they'll play A&M. So
the tops of the SEC,
yeah, and a Florida game this weekend. So yeah, but yeah, I am glad that Alabama lost this time, just because. Come on, man, what are you doing? This guy's he's a professional basketball player.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. Which, maybe I'm the loser also, because that was kind of first of all, I was not cheering for the Patriots at all. I don't cheer for the Patriots. In fact, I also had American dollars riding on the Denver Broncos to keep it within 5 points, so that mattered to me as well. But also, when the Broncos lost, I did kind of go, well, ball don't lie. You weren't supposed to be there anyway.
Truth.
And it did make me a little sick knowing that there's no way the Bills were going to get held under 10 points by that Patriots team. And that snow, all that would have done was let Josh Allen go crazy. So I had some bitter bitch tears coming out of me during that game. A little salty action coming out of my brain. I didn't say it out loud. Well, I did say the ball don't lie out loud, but yeah, the NFL, the losers that they are, that's what you get. This is what you get for cheating the Bills out of it. You get now that's
the
game
and deal
you got.
With this crap.
Yeah, bums. Who else you got for a loser?
The WNBA.
Oh,
wishful thinking. They offered us their schedule next week. Got 4 more teams coming in, it looks like. A couple more teams. We got a 44-game schedule that they are not going to play. So I don't know who the real loser is. Maybe it was the schedule organizer. This is one of those things that had to be put out so the team that either the owners who decide when to lock out or the players decide when to strike, they know the date now. So they know that the lockout or the strike will begin May 8th, so plan appropriately. This is all that gave us, because there's no way, given the current state of player-owner relationships, that the WNBA plays anywhere near a 44-game season as we sit right now.
Yeah. This is I think it's already a done deal that this season is not going to happen. But maybe they'll piecemeal something together late.
Oh, no,
it just doesn't feel like
play. I think.
Do you think so?
Well, I think at some point the cooler minds will prevail, and it'll be the ladies realizing we need to build for the future, and we're still not there yet. We've got some stars that are feeding the bulldog, and yes, our prominence is elevating, but we're not to where we need to be. We can't take what we want, and they'll come to that when they half a season and they're not getting paid. But I don't think they play 44. They'll be lucky to. I just don't see a bend in there. Unless something miraculous happens between now and May 8th, which I don't see anything like that happening. They won't get it done.
I will call the Buffalo Bills owner Terry Pagula a loser, because now him opening his mouth, of course, has already ruined his relationship with Keon Coleman. Who, by the way, Keon Coleman sucks, but you can't say it out loud when you're the owner of the team. Only, guys like me are allowed to say that. But now I think it cost him a chance to get Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, who had a job interview lined up with Buffalo, canceled basically last minute and said, you know what, I'd rather stick around and be the Chargers OC than have this ownership telling me what, dealing with this guy. That's a shame. When a guy's like, yeah,
I'm
I think I'm good, dog. Even Phillip Rivers pulled his name out of the ring today.
Damn it!
He's like, I don't want to coach that organization either. I've said it often. Josh Allen covers up the fact that the Bills are really just the Raiders in wearing a mask. And if Josh Allen's head fell off tomorrow, the Bills would be the Raiders. That's what would happen. It would be they would be complete friggin' losers.
How did the fights on Saturday go? Was it a good night?
It like for the fights or for the broadcast?
Well, all of it, because my loser is the dude that passed out after the weigh-in.
Oh, Cameron Smotherman. I actually know him.
What happened? Just dehydrated?
Cut too much weight.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a tough deal.
To do it right in front, just walking off the stage, man, I felt so bad for that cat.
Yeah, two guys from Houston were scheduled to fight at 135 pounds. Both Cameron got on the scale, made the weight, and he looked terrible. And he took about 5-6 steps off the stage and basically fell face first. Didn't get his hands out, knocked himself out on the stage. Fight's canceled, obviously.
He kind of sat up like, did I win?
Yeah.
The fight already happened?
He did.
All I remember was the weigh-in.
But you know what? There is another loser from that weekend. Sean O'Malley.
Oh, my Irish boy got his ass.
Patty
whooped.
Pimblett.
Patty Pimblett.
Yeah, he got beat up.
Oh my God.
But Sean O'Malley, pretty much on almost everybody's who's remotely sensible on their card said, Sean O'Malley lost that fight. Let's see the decision. Sean O'Malley by unanimous decision.
Oh, one of those.
What?
One of those.
Are we sure? And then Sean O'Malley was like talking about a title shot, and it's like, dude, you just got waxed 2 times in a row by the same guy, and you're trying to jump him in line to fight Petr Yan. It was a really odd look, and even Joe Rogan was like, you looked amazing out there, and it's like, no, he got beat up. He didn't win the fight. What are you doing, Joe Rogan? I didn't like it, but it was some narrative pushing. It was also, man, the broadcast, you get used to watching these big fights on pay-per-view, and there's not like...
And now it's on Paramount Plus.
There's like 6 minutes of commercials between every fight. It is... It's a pain in the ass. And, you know, they asked Dana, like, were you expecting to have so many commercial breaks? And he's like, well, yeah. You
got to pay for it.
Somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to make some money off this thing. And it's like, oh, God. It's I guess that's the curse of taking it away. It's a gift that you don't have to pay $70 anymore.
I think you'll adjust. I think people will get over it. I really do.
Yeah, when you're used to, I mean, I guess with like the fight night cards, it's okay. There's commercials, whatever. But on the big cards, like right before the main event starts, you don't want to see like a Miller Lite commercial.
It's almost time. We're going to break.
Oh God,
that
was
almost
tough.
time.
It is so tough to get like amped up for a big fight and then just get hit with a bunch of commercials. So yeah, that was rough. That was rough. I'm not mad that the pay-per-view's gone, but it was just a lot of commercials. Let's just put it that way.
So what happened to my little Irish dude? What happened to him?
He's British, first of all.
I thought he was okay.
No, Paddy the Batty.
His face looked like a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, he took a whooping. Now he has always said Scousers don't get knocked out. You can't knock out Scouser.
Scouser got hammered,
and he didn't get knocked out. He was true to his word, but he took an ass whooping.
That's the thing about the Paramount Plus thing. It made me want to watch it because I knew I wasn't going to have to pay for it.
Yeah,
you know what? So I do think at the end of the day, it is a pivotal time for this sport. It really will change the thing, and you old heads will I think very quickly forget having to pay that much money 6 times a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's going to get so much easier, so much more accessible, because a guy like me who's new to it because of you actually made a point of, oh, yeah, that's tonight.
Yeah.
So it does matter.
Let me ask you one more. I don't know if this is loser behavior or not. Is Dion at Colorado setting up a fine system for his players, like a financial punishment? Is that a loser move or no?
No, you're professional athletes. That's what happens when you go pro.
Okay.
You get fined for everything, man. Yeah.
Colorado has imposed penalties for players. Late to practice, $500.
I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be a grown-up, we'll treat you like a grown-up.
That's right.
No show to practice, $2,500. Late to meeting or film session, $400. No show to meeting or film session, $2,000.
Now, let me tell you something.
Where's
This is
the
going to
money
be
go?
very difficult. Yeah, where's the money going to go? This is going to be very difficult to enforce unless there's absolute buy-in, because you can't force me to pay you. I don't work for you.
Yeah.
So I do think you'd have to have a
Sign
pretty
this.
good buy-in, yeah. And then I want to know, the money better go to charity, because the great thing about the NFL is that money is a write-off. You can write it off your taxes when you're fined, because it's going to go directly to a charity to be named either by the school or by the team or by the NFL. If you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it that way, and there's going to have to be a structure set up for it. But let me tell you, that's one of those things, yes, I'm for it across the country. You guys getting paid? We're going to treat you like you're a professional, and you will pay appropriately, yes.
Yeah, it doesn't say exactly where the money's going to go to. I'm guessing it's going to go back into their NIL pool.
Whatever, as long as you can get the write-off for it. I think most kids would and teammates would buy into that.
He's also said that there needs to be no public or social media misconduct, including profanity. Profanity's got to stop. Talking about women has got to stop.
What? Do you know anybody
who
would be anti this?
Disrespecting women?
Who would be anti this?
The guys who are paying the fines, I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, obviously, but this is something when you go recruit and talk to mama and here's some things that are going to happen, and if it doesn't happen, he's going to pay, and then he'll pay physically, but through the wallet first. No, I think it's a brilliant idea. That's time has come.
Apparently, I didn't know this was another thing also. This is surprising that it's going on. I would figure on a football team you wouldn't see much of this. But apparently some of his players were wearing apparel from other universities inside the building. And he said, that'd be like your lady who you currently have wearing her ex-boyfriend's stuff.
Well,
I saw that.
I will tell you this.
Video clip.
For the longest time, I knew dudes that were D1 athletes at schools who just didn't have the money to buy clothes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the gear you got when you showed up was what I wore, you wore.
Yeah.
So I get some, now back in the day transferring, man, this is all I got is the hoodie from my last school till you give me another hoodie. But now you got enough money to go buy your own clothes. You can't have that in the locker room.
Claymore says, tell me again what Phillip Rivers accomplished that had accomplished as a high school head coach that Deion Sanders had not, yet Deion was criticized for simply being rumored to be an NFL coaching candidate. I love the hypocrisy. The idea of Phillip Rivers being a head coach
that was a rumor.
Is buffoonery.
That was stupid, and we all knew it, man.
And the Bills are dummies for entertaining it. Yeah. There's no hypocrisy. They're dopes.
Yeah, man.
It's a dopey idea. It was from the beginning. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But back to the Deion stuff, I like the idea of it. I mean, and obviously it's all about culture building. And I mean, Deion's got to build a culture there, because I do think they're part of what happened with Colorado is the original culture that they thought they were coming to was like this,
you can't do this. The rock star.
Yeah, rock star. Yeah, we're badass. And then it's like when your results aren't congruent with that, if you don't if you don't nip that in the bud, it's going to get out of control. And I think that's what Deion's trying to do is no, you can't act like you can't act like this if you ain't going to win games. And until we start winning games, you're going to pay money if you get out of line.
I'm for, the thing about Deion is he's always, no matter where he's been, high school, college, pro, has always been a developer of young men. He takes great pride in these kids getting the education that they're coming here for and taking advantage of every opportunity. Like, we're going to make sure we get you paid. We're going to set the table for you and make you a successful far beyond football. I think he takes great pride in that and has always had his kids' interests at heart. I don't think he's ever been a showboat that was in front of the team, other than he was trying to pull a team in a direction that he knew was make them successful. I've always appreciated him for that.
I'll give him credit for this because I've knocked him plenty, and the way that he was, bringing in these former athletes who have never coached before to be his position coaches. Anybody who's got a big name, you want to coach here, you can coach here. That's a bad way to build a program.
I think he's learning his lesson.
I think he's figuring out the way he was doing things wasn't going to work, and this feels like a step towards him trying to make this. I don't know if Deion's ever going to end up being a good coach, but this is certainly a step in the right. Like what he was doing at the beginning was clown stuff. This is not clown stuff. It's just, if he's gonna hold his kids accountable, this is a good step. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a few trouble spots. Blanco Road at Lock Hill Selma, right at that intersection. Still working that wreck. 281 northbound 35, that's a stall off to the shoulder. 1604 westbound Bitters, disabled vehicle right shoulder blocked. 90 eastbound General McMullen on over to Couples, that is still closed. Had a very serious accident occur early this morning, so this is now an accident investigation. And we still have some icy conditions in areas. If your travels are taking you up into the hill country, be very careful, or even up into the Austin area, Central Texas, along 35, still icy road conditions. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Appliance savings are happening now at the Home Depot with up to $1,000 off, plus up to an extra $500 off select appliances. Looking to upgrade your fridge? Check out LG's newest models serving up ice in all kinds of styles, cubed, crushed, craft ice, and now new mini craft ice straight from the dispenser. Shop savings and get up to $1,000 off, plus free delivery on select appliances like LG at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $999 or more. Offer valid January 8th through the 28th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hey, hockey fans, join the Blitz this Tuesday night at McIntyre's North Star for a Dallas Stars watch party with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars. Register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly, and you could win exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear.
So pregame with the Blitz Tuesday afternoon at McIntyre's North Star, then stick around to watch the Stars play the Blues. Puck drops at 7 o'clock at McIntyre's North Star with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
everybody. Good loving gone bad. How we doing today? Remember we were talking the other day about Poison and how Bret Michaels wanted like
most of the money on the tour.
Yeah, he wanted like 4 times whatever his bandmates were going to make. Well, Sting.
He and the police?
He and the police. Now, he just gave Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland, his former police bandmates, $800,000. Just paid them.
For?
Well, out of the goodness of his heart. Maybe a little bit because there's a legal suit being filed against Sting and his publishing company, claiming that they were owed between $2 and $11 million in royalties for the police's repertoire of hit songs.
So behind the scenes, the band was in turmoil.
Yes.
I thought they all got along.
I guess not. None of the police members were present in court, but Summers and Copeland's legal team argued that agreements made in 1997 and 2016 should reflect the times and therefore need to be reinterpreted and include money made from streaming and downloads.
That's not what the contract said, though.
From their end, Sting's lawyers have continued to allege that Summers and Copeland are not owed royalties from streaming, as this should be categorized as public performance instead of a sale, and that the 2016 agreement only pays royalties from the manufacturer of records. Summers and Copeland didn't receive writing credits on most of the police's hits, but now they're arguing that back in 1977 they entered an oral agreement to share income. I would prefer verbal agreement, but if they did the...
There were some bands are closer than others.
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
That was allegedly later formalized in written contracts, which reportedly state that although Sting is the chief songwriter, Summers and Copeland made crucial contributions that led to the police's success, such as Summers' Every Breath You Take guitar riff.
E.O.
As a result, the trio reputedly agreed that whenever they would receive income from publishing, they would share a percentage, usually 15%, with the other two as an arranger's fee.
Which is pretty standard, I think.
Summers and Copeland insist that Sting has withheld a considerable amount of these payments. The hearing is due to conclude today, with a trial expected at a later date. For what it's worth, Sting reportedly earns around $750,000 in royalties every year.
That's it?
From this song alone, from Every Breath You Take alone.
That's it.
Moreover, in 2022, Sting sold the rights to his songwriting catalog, covering both his solo work and that of the police, to Universal Music Group for just over $300 million.
What about Pete Diddy? Did he pay for it?
No. So that $800,000 that he paid both of his old bandmates doesn't really feel.
I'm gonna give you less than 1/300th.
Yeah,
that's your value to me.
0.0001.
Yeah,
I thought they got along better than that.
I
know. Cheese Cube says, what big wig is telling AJ to stop singing? Someone give that guy hot cocoa and a hug. Let the
Good
man
Lord.
sing. I know.
Who was this?
Cheese Cube Factory.
Hey, Cheese Cube, get off the booze.
Don't be a
Don't
hater.
egg him on, man. No, I'm not being a hater.
Don't be a hater.
He's trying to get you in trouble.
Come on.
We all know what suit it is.
Come on, Rom.
He woke up asking for you to sing to him.
Well, listen.
I'm not saying there's nobody I would wake up asking sing to me.
Bono?
Well,
yeah, maybe.
I'd already have dreamt with him.
Yes.
I'd already dreamt with Bono.
Welcome to real life. Top 5 movies in the world. Mercy, the new Chris Pratt movie, hits #1, made $12.6 million over the weekend. 12.6 doesn't sound like a huge. Mercy's it's like the futuristic world where
in the near future, an advanced AI judge tells a captive detective that he's on trial for a murder of his wife. If he fails to prove his innocence within 90 minutes, he'll be executed on the spot.
Exactly. That's how I was going to word it, but you did it in movie guy voice.
I read it right.
That was very, very
Actually,
well done.
It sounds like a Pratt movie I'd go see.
That was the number one movie in the over the weekend in the U.S. Now, of course, movie going, I'm guessing, was down this weekend since people were locked in their homes.
And they were closing early.
Fern Gully Fire and Ash is number 2, made $7 million. Zootopia 2 made 5.9. The Housemaid, which I kind of want to see The Housemaid.
My thought of what The Housemaid is and what it probably very different.
I think, it's like I think it's a thriller.
A little black maid costume.
Amanda Seyfried.
Yes. Yeah, so that one looks good. It looks good. And then the Bone Temple is number 5. It made $4 million over the weekend. What do you think of the Housemaid?
I like Amanda. I'm down with that.
Yeah, hot chick.
About a young woman who uncovers dark secrets while working as a housemaid. Isn't that always the
Oh, there's always dark secrets.
She's going to get a new car out of this.
Always dark secrets.
Whenever you see the nanny, I got a new car.
Yeah,
you're keeping secrets.
Yeah.
How about a new car? You keep this between ourselves.
Yeah. What did you find?
What did you see? Got a new car out of this.
What did you walk into?
Did you watch I watched the. Hey, there's actually a good streaming movie, The Rip.
I want to see it.
Damon and Affleck.
Yeah, I'm going to watch
Vic
it.
was all over it on Friday. You're right, brother. That was a good movie.
Right?
That was worth
I'm
the
gonna
time.
watch it. I'm currently watching Landman. I made my wife binge watch Landman last week.
Oh, good.
And so she watched all of season 1. Now we're 4 or 5 episodes into season 2.
Thoughts of Demi Moore in this series, in this season?
I always remember her from Ghost. That's like implanted in my head.
I don't know how to say this without being. I know you're not supposed to comment on ladies'
aging
features. Mm-hmm. I like a woman who lets herself age naturally. I am not a plastic surgeon, but I don't think Demi Moore's aged herself naturally.
No, it's
like
it's a little fake.
The Botox, like so her face doesn't really move, and the lip filler.
There's a little Bondo work going.
But also, this is the other kind of the other side of it.
I think you're going where I'm thinking.
Demi Moore is never a woman I have found particularly attractive.
Well, you're right. She's
like
she's too skinny for me.
Well, that goes without saying. I mean, in her day, you look back to About Last Night, there's certainly plenty to be attracted to. But for me, you're right. She's always been kind of on the side, and the help didn't help.
Yeah,
but I will say, the only thing that bothers me about this is her attempt at a Texas drawl that drives me up the wall.
I hate the way she talks.
That's not. You don't sound like you're from anywhere, especially not here.
No. But yeah, I'm about halfway through Landman season 2. Okay. I find the gal that
the lawyer, right?
No, well, she is very alluring.
Oh yeah.
Although I don't like her attitude. She's got too much attitude for me. I don't like
Rebecca
that.
Falcone.
Yeah, but then Ariana. Or Aliana, or the son's girlfriend or fiance, whatever.
San Antonio type.
Yeah, she's que bonita.
She was here she was here 2 weeks ago at the food bank.
What?
At the SA Food Bank. Yeah, she's here all the time.
I wish I would have known. I would have gone to donate.
Mm-hmm.
No,
taking her
raised her up a little
big
bit.
old can of turnips.
Hey, I hear you're looking for some canned beets.
Yeah.
I got some beets
the
for you.
The size of my asparagus.
That's right. All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Andy Kalu here on the Blitz. C.J. Stroud with the 4 interceptions. I mean, Josh Allen lost a couple of fumbles and threw a couple interceptions, and you always kind of felt like, well, it's Josh Allen. He's going to have his team in position to win. With C.J. Stroud, as a fan, you don't have that confidence.
You know, I watched both games. I know a lot of people are throwing out there, why isn't Josh Allen getting the same hate? His was bad, but it didn't feel as bad. Even with his turnovers, it didn't feel like he lost the game. And I don't know why I'm being biased. Maybe I'm racist and I'm sticking up for the white boy. Maybe I'm a self-hating Uncle Tom or something, but maybe that.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3 grand.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and sisal. Then you see the price and lose it because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
This year, I'm giving my hair salon a total makeover.
Total makeover sounds totally expensive.
We updated our logo and colors, so I needed to print new signage, brochures, business cards, everything.
Everything will not be cheap.
Staples did it all, and I saved $100 on my order.
$100? Trim my whiskers, that's a good deal. For everything your business needs to print, let's go Staples.
That was easy.
Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 1/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Oh, yes, playoff football is here, baby, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all that action. Playing on Underdog is so easy. You pick your favorite players. Are they going to go higher or lower on their stats? Sounds simple, right? Touchdowns, rushing yards, receptions, passing yards, you name it. Is your favorite guy going to have more or less of those stats? And if you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. How incredible is that? You know, everybody's playing at their peak right now during playoff season. Who do we trust? How about the guys who have been in the playoffs before? That's who I'm looking at consistently, guys with that experience to go higher on their stats. Download the app today. Use my promo code Alamo. You get $75 in bonus entries with your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Vic. Don't stand so close to me.
This is more money going to Sting, less to Copeland.
Why does Sting sound like he's Jamaican in this song? Don't stand. Don't stand.
It depends on where he recorded it.
He had actually,
or his best friend was.
Every Little Thing was actually recorded in Jamaica.
See?
I don't like that's cultural appropriation. That would be like me singing in a Mexican accent like Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Well, where were you in Puerto Rico, right? They all had shrimps and Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny was everywhere.
Well, it might have been recorded in Puerto Rico. Let me see it.
It's the only place on the planet where shrimp is plural.
Shrimps.
Shrimps.
No, shrimps are also plural in Houston.
Okay.
Said they're usually called scrimps.
Get some scrimps on.
Scrimps. Oh yeah, that is Houston. That's Houston dialect 101 right there. Get you some scrimps. All right, we got one segment left. Let's wrap it up with the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's start it with the Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Seahawks 4.5-point favorites. 46.5 is your total.
Your New England, get it now. It's going to get bigger.
Your MVP odds. Your favorite.
For the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say JSM.
He is the third favorite, plus 550. The two quarterbacks are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph, your favorite, plus 130. Sam Darnold. Drake May, plus 235. JSN, plus 550. Kenneth Walker, 6-1. Ramondre Stevenson, then you jump to 25-1. Rashid Shaheed, 28-1. Other notable names, Stephon Diggs, 60-1. This is a weird one. Drew Lock, 75-1.
Oh, man.
What the hell?
Man.
What would have to go wrong for that to happen?
Sam's like, hey, man, I'm better.
DeMarcus Lawrence, 90-1.
Come on, D-Law.
So there you go. There are your props. We'll have plenty of props for probably not many this week, but next week when Rob's out there in San Francisco, I'm gonna have my nose to the prop grindstone, trying to figure out a way for us to make some money off this damn game. It's our last one. The freaking Bills aren't playing. Neither are your Cowboys.
Well, I'm used to that.
We got to find it. Well, I am too.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
In the Association of National Basketball, the Indiana Pacers, fresh off their win
They're in Fuego.
in Oklahoma City, they can't be stopped. Now they go to Atlanta to try and ruin the Hawks' day. The Hawks are 5.5-point favorites. By the way, that game is some of these games have been moved.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about it.
So that game is going to start at 12:30 today. They're going to get going early.
A little nooner.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
the Hawks, 5.5-point favorites over the Pacers. 2 o'clock tip, the Hornets are 2.5-point favorites hosting the Sixers.
Man, my day just got better.
There's something going on with the Sixers lineup if they're 2.5-point dogs at Charlotte.
See what we got here. Early returns tell us that no Embiid, no George, no Sexton for Charlotte or Simpson. So,
Yeah,
so bad but not terrible.
Sixers without their top two guys, that's probably not a great time to back them. Orlando's at Cleveland. The Cavs minus 5.5. Cavs playing really good ball right now. Orlando kind of scuffling. Probably lean to the Cavs there. The Rockets, 9.5-point favorites hosting the Grizz. The Celtics lay an 8.5 hosting Portland. The Bulls versus Lakers. It was
good old days.
Back in your EA days, maybe.
Yeah,
The Lakers 1.5-point favorites at Chicago, and the Golden State Warriors head up to Minnesota. Presuming they play a game there, who knows what's going on with that in Minnesota. The Timberwolves 7.5-point favorites if they go ahead and get that one going today. In the National Hockey League, the Bruins are at the New York Rangers. Boston minus 120. The Utah Mammoth is at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning minus 165. The Islanders head to Philly. The Flyers are minus 125. The Columbus Blue Jackets minus 120 hosting the LA Kings, and the once mighty Ducks of Anaheim head to Edmonton. The Oilers, a just ever so slight minus 270 favorite in that one.
Oh, we got a college basketball game tonight.
We got a couple good ones tonight. The top 25, there's only 2 matchups in the top 25, but they both match 2 teams that are in the rankings. Louisville at Duke is the first game. That's 6 o'clock tip on ESPN. Duke, an 8.5-point favorite. Duke has quietly figured it out. They are really, really good right now, and I hate to say that. I'm usually looking for reasons to not think Duke is very, very good. They are very, very good, and since that loss to By the way, their one loss this year, a 1-point loss on a neutral to Texas Tech. That's it. Everything else they've won, and they're starting to pull away from some teams. They beat Stanford by 30 last Saturday. This weekend, they beat Wake Forest by 21. Now they're home against a Louisville team that's been a bit of a roller coaster, and they beat Louisville. Duke beat Louisville by 11 at Louisville. So it feels like a light line tonight for Duke.
Louisville's got they got a puncher's chance, but Duke, like you said, their biggest issue had been point guard play. That seems to be coming together, and they've got a second point guard in Boozer. Yeah, they're just head and shoulders more. They're a very savvy basketball team.
Also, when Michael Brown has been out for almost all of ACC play, he came back for Louisville against Virginia Tech,
and that's why they have.
He matters a lot. So I would guess having their young freshman point guard back will make a big difference for them. The other big game tonight is Arizona, who has now overtaken Michigan as number one on KenPom. Michigan, remember, a couple weeks ago was like the highest KenPom rated team in history. No longer the case. 20-0 Arizona sits atop that pile now, and they are headed to BYU to take on the Cougars. Arizona, a 1.5-point road favorite. BYU is better than I thought they were going to be.
For one reason.
For starters. They're coming off of first of all, they last weekend they got their ass kicked in Lubbock. That's a tough place to go.
Turns out that's about right.
Yeah. This week they welcomed in Utah, and they punked out Utah. When they went to Utah, they won, but barely. Utah came to their house, and they gave them the business. And Utah stinks. Like, they should have beaten the crap out of Utah.
A.J. DeBansa and Koa Pete are both guys that are definitely on the Spurs draft list. Both of them.
A.J. DeBansa against Utah, 11 of 19 from the field on 2-pointers, 4 of 5 on 3-pointers. So 15 of 24 from the field, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 6 boards, 3 assists, a block, 43 points. No big deal.
Just another day at the office.
Just putting up a 43 spot against your big rival. I think Arizona, though, is too much.
Big old boy.
The physicality of that Arizona team is too much. They are so good on the boards. And they've just been beating the snot out of everybody, particularly at home. Over the weekend, they played West Virginia, beat them by 35. But the travel to BYU is tough. It's not an easy place to play, but it feels like that physicality and size is going to travel pretty well. So I'll like Arizona just laying a small number on the road tonight. I think they get the job. I think Arizona's the best team in the country, and I think BYU's good. I just don't think they're elite.
But DeBansa is worth the price of admission on his own. And Koa Pete is the prototypical switch undersized big coming into the NBA. 6'8", can guard a lot of places. Both those guys are certain top 10 picks, and this is going to be a showdown tonight.
Yeah, and what's funny is I don't even know if Koa Pete's the best player on his own team, at least the best college player on his own team.
Yeah.
So that is a really good team. And Tommy Lloyd's just such a great coach. It'll be a fun game tonight, though. So back-to-back games on ESPN if you're into that sort of thing. UTSA actually played a close game over the weekend. Cost me some money. I laid 10 points with Temple coming into town, and UTSA had a lead for most of the game. Still found a way to lose by 6, but they covered. So maybe they're turning a corner here. Now 0-8 in conference play. We'll talk about their game on Wednesday. They play UAB here in San Antonio. They'll probably be 13 to 14 point dogs in that one,
which I would expect. That's the rightful place in the world.
Yeah, they are by far the worst team in the American Conference. They are projected to. They will not be they will not be favored in any games this season going forward. So that means they are favored to go 0-18 in conference play.
So you're There's nowhere to go but up.
That's right. That's one way to look at it, I suppose.
One step in front of the other, man.
That is one way to look at it.
You got within 6.
All right. The Blitz is going to be out at McIntyre's tomorrow. They're at McIntyre's North Star location with Flight by Yingling, a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
They're doing in North Star Mall?
I don't know where is McIntyre's in the mall.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think so, but I've never been there.
I haven't either. I will tomorrow.
It's the North Star location. But either way, you registered to win a trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philly. Oh, that's in March, too. The weather might not be miserable. 2 tickets, airfare, and hotel. That sounds fun. Plus your chance to win some exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear during the game. Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly.
No, it's not in North Star. It's that sports bar right there by
Pluckers?
By Jones Maltzberger. Right by Pluckers. Yeah.
That big, it's got that giant screen
right
out
next
front.
to Pluckers.
That's what I thought it was.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's a good-looking spot.
Yeah, man. I've been there one time. Yeah, it's a good bar.
All right. Well, go out there, win you some hockey tickets and some Yingling gear.
Go to Philly and get a sandwich.
But they'll be in today talking all the football that we talked about, just at a little bit lower, simpler level. So
far less caffeinated.
Yeah. If you want dumbed down sports talk, they've got you covered. This is highbrow stuff here, friends. Real highbrow. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. You guys be safe out there, everybody.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ